to this. All right, guys, thank you very much. All right, so let me make sure you guys can see my screen. Donna, can you see my screen?
No.
Okay, very good. Let me check. All right. Can you see it now?
Now I can, yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, cool, cool. Okay, so everybody, we have a lot to cover because there's a crisis on its way here, and somebody else emailed me a different crisis, and so that one I'm not familiar with. On that front, what's coming? Somebody sent me more information. It's not. It's really a bad situation, to be honest with you guys. What's going on, and a lot of people got their eyes on the war, but that's not my concern because the war, in my opinion, is not going to be lasting that much longer. That's not some concern. It's just a blip in the wind compared to what's about to happen. And again, I think you were future millionaire. Somebody, I forgot which one of you guys in here had sent me even another bit of information, which is really disturbing me. But I'll get to that another time and so forth. But here's the deal. We have a big problem on hand. All right. And just stick with me. And again, you will get, no matter what happens at the end, stay till the end. I have some solutions because I'm a big fan. And let me say this up front. I'm not a fan of hearing a lot of problems. Okay. Because when you hear too many problems, people will typically give you a bunch of problems. Here's the problem with this. Here's the problem with that. Well, the world is this, and somebody should do this and that. In my head, if I hear a problem, I also want to hear a solution. Because if not, the world is in such chaos right now on the global scale, but also on the personal level in many people's lives until you're going to feel overwhelmed. And if that overwhelming feeling lasts too long, along with the very things that go on from your day to day, you typically end up dealing with depression. And I know many of you in here can identify with that. So to avoid that feeling, I'm a person who likes to find solutions, and my solutions may not be for everybody, but it may be for many of you. And so therefore, I try to find solutions. So I will present a problem, but I'm always on the research. Well, how can we solve this? And this particular conversation we're going to have tonight, I've been working on this for over a year over a year. Okay. So let's get into it. I'll call this, first of all, write notes, take notes, take notes, take notes, take notes, take notes, take notes. In fact, I may be doing a TEDx speech. I've been in contact with TED Talk. Some of you guys know TED Talk. I was going to talk about one subject, but I may kind of squeeze this into the talk if I actually get on TED Talk and speak. Um, because I just competed in a global speaking contest a couple of weeks ago, and there was seven. It was kind of like the Olympics for speakers, and it was people from all over the world who competed. There were over 7,200 contestants. Out of all 7,200 contestants, I ended up in the top 10. And many people said I should have made it to number one. I should have been number one, but I'm not going to argue. That's okay. At least my message got out there. This may be, if I go into TED Talk, I may include this to get this message out to many others, to get this information out to them quickly. All right. Take notes. I call this the escalator of life. The escalator of life is a new concept that I'm really been thinking about on a personal level because, when people were going through their own personal crisis, and you've probably been this person or experienced it, you may have gone through a crisis or you may have been in a funeral and lost a loved one. And people would say, well, we'll be praying for you. Hey, if you need anything, just call me. And then they move on with life. And then we say, well, I called you, but they didn't answer. I call it the escalator of life because life moves so fast. We each have our own individual crisis to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And either you're going to be keeping up with the escalator because it does not stop. The escalator of life does not stop for your crisis. The escalator of life does not care about you and your feelings. Either you stay on that escalator and you keep up speed, or you're going to fall behind, and then the escalator is going to drag you along. And what's going to happen in the next several years, majority of the people who are not hearing me good today, even if you don't like my solutions, at least I can get your brain to thinking of other possible solutions. Okay. Again, at the end, I have several solutions plus your free indicator of what I came up with. But if not, that's okay. At least you're thinking in advance. Okay, this brother did bring up some valid points. Okay. So, escalator of life. Here's the first. What is threatening? What is the threatening issue? Right now, we're celebrating, and some of you guys, you thought about this, but you really didn't think on the level. So I'm going to be giving you facts, data, statistics. And I literally just had a meeting yesterday with a person who owns a company, and he's a multimillionaire. He wants me to work with him. I just don't like his style, so I doubt I'll do it. But I met with him just yesterday, and I'm gonna share what facts he told me just yesterday, so you guys can understand this threat is extremely real. That's why I'm not worried about the war. I'm not worried about gas prices and oil. That's going to settle out as soon as the war is over and the Hamas Strait is opened up and the oil tankers, they eventually always get back running. That has no concern to me at all. But what's going to be happening is going to be permanent damage and permanently displacing families permanently. That is what I'm concerned about. Temporary things, they bother me for a moment. Permanent things bother me more than ever. And then there's one extra one that I have to share with you guys that you probably never even thought about, and is happening right now in front of you. Here we go. We're celebrating, let's start with the first one. Right now, we're celebrating ChatGPT came on the scene and it revolutionized the world. Overnight, we're all hearing about AI, AI, AI. We're celebrating, but the problem is we're celebrating our replacement. So while we're celebrating this AI technology, oh, it's so easy to do this, that, and the third. It's making everything easier. I can get information at the snap of my finger. I can ask ChatGPT and now all these others that suddenly came on the scene, just exploding everywhere. I can ask them a question and they talk to me just as if they're what's that guy in history, honey, who Einstein. It will give you answers just as if it's Einstein. It absolutely knows everything about everything about everything. The problem is we're also training it. Every time we're asking it questions, we're training it to know what we know and to replace us. But we'll get deeper into that momentarily. So who's concerned? Here's concerned. 3 in 10, which is 30% of US workers, are very or somewhat concerned that their jobs may be eliminated by AI. While I'm talking to you, there are about 300 and something people here, and then we're going to have a lot of hundreds of people or thousands of people watch this later on. I guarantee you're thinking about it if you're working at a job. Problem is, what are you going to do about it? In fact, you've probably been hearing your job conversate about how they're going to be implementing AI into the workforce. And now it sounds real good to make your job, oh, for an example, those who are in call centers, especially if you're in sales and you have to do a lot of calls, hundreds of calls a day. Your quota, your KPIs, key performance indicators, they're judging you on making 300 to 500 calls a day. Well, that's not humanly possible in the past. Now with AI, they're saying, oh, we can just have a robocall all the people, and then we can, when it finally get somebody online, it'll transfer over to you. We can help get people on your schedule, blah, 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 blah. It sounds so beautiful right now. Right now. Right now. Did you hear what I said? Right now. Okay. The quiet transition. AI is replacing jobs in 2025. Now we're in 2026. It was already starting in the past. So then we have to ask ourselves, what's in the future? Here's the quiet transition. It's 2023. Take a look at this. You can take a screenshot. This is the rate of generative AI adoption in the workplace in the United States in 2023. And look at if you're in any of these industries, which, by the way, I got more slides to show you of other industries as well. Market and advertising, 37%, technology, 35%, consulting, 30%, teaching jobs, 19%, accounting, 16%. This is 2023. We are now 3 years later. Do you believe that these numbers are the same, or have they climbed higher since 3 years ago? Think about it. What about your current job? Is AI coming for your job? 55% of employees say yes, the company is using AI. 31% of Brits worry AI will take their jobs. This is not a US issue. This is a global issue. Global. In fact, I heard today, and I'm not sure because I'm just going to say this. I cannot confirm it. You can, but I heard that Oracle just laid off, I think, about 30,000 employees, or maybe putting them on the chopping block, something like that. Some of you guys are good with data. Look it up. But I did hear about Oracle, which is one of the largest tech companies, laying off about 30% to save billions of dollars. See, with them, you're dedicated to your job. You're dedicated to your job. But here's the point. Your job is not dedicated to you. Your job is dedicated to the shareholders. They are not dedicated to you. You are and always have been replaceable. Did you hear what I said? You have always been replaceable. You've been faithful to the lower level management who knows you personally. Upper management don't know you at all. All they know is profit margins, their KPIs, key performance indicators. They're trying to keep their job. And in order to do that, they have to please who? The shareholders. Shareholders are the investors, the ones who put money into the company to make it grow, who end up hiring you. But then they're trying to say, how can we save what money and increase our profits year over year? And those who trade in the markets, you know, the markets, when we're looking at the reports from my FX book or so whatever, they call it YOY. And for those who don't trade, this is what it is. It's called YOY. You see financial reports say YOY. That means year over year. Did we increase our profit margins from last year to this year? One of the fastest ways, hear me really, really good. And I used to be in upper management at Bank of America. I used to work under the president and vice president of one of their divisions years ago. I know what I'm talking about. Here's what they look at. The fastest way to create a YOY or year over year profit margin showing increase profits to their shareholders to keep them happy. They don't care how you do it, make it happen. In fact, the person I spoke to yesterday, he said, and he's a multimillionaire now. He said for his workers, he doesn't tolerate excuses. Period. He don't want to hear it. You do whatever you have to do. One of his employees worked there 7 days a week, almost 12 hours a day, just to make their boss happy. They don't care about you. They're worried about the shareholders. Are you hearing what I'm saying, loved one? Let's go further. Male versus female job losses. Total jobs impacted by AI, 50. This is upcoming numbers, okay? And you can see that this is not me making these numbers up. I did list the sources here. So the Kenan Institute of Private Enterprise provided this slide. Total of jobs impacted by AI, 58,870,000. And this is total of all jobs, okay? Or 74.08 million. And that's from women, and this is of men, okay? And these are future numbers coming in all together when everything is said and done. This is how many people. You got to ask yourself, okay, between if you add these two numbers together, I mean, how many people are on the planet? So what's the likelihood that this is going to end up touching you or your family? We have to think in advance. Watch this. Top 20 AI tools replacing jobs by this year, not in the future, this year. Check this list, screenshot it, see if your job is listed on here. See if your category, customer service, basic content writers, technical support, copy editors and proofreaders, ghostwriters, junior legal social, media managers, translators, basic tutors, administrative, junior development, accountants, paralegals, recruiters, marketing specialists, retail salespersons. Why we don't need retail salespersons? Let's stop there for a minute. I've been saying this to you guys for years, especially when I was doing all them free classes. All them years, I was doing a free class week after week after week, and I warned you guys this was coming. I warned you. I said, and now you see it, how many of the local malls are closed down or halfway empty? How many movie theaters since COVID can stay full? They're on their last breath. Everything is leaving the physical, tangible. And for those who are not aware of how to look at things, write this in your notes. This is not on this, so hear me good. Okay. Tangible, non-tangible. Okay, you're going to hear this term, especially if you ever have to go through any kind of financial troubles, whatever. Bankruptcies, they use these terms a lot. So credit people, they use these terms a lot. Tangible versus non-tangible. Okay, and I'm going to say this as a bonus, just in case you have to deal with this. Hopefully, you never do. I told you guys I was a multimillionaire and I lost everything. And unfortunately, I had to learn this. Because when you're losing everything, you got to find out which one do you take care of first. And I had learned this term, so write this down. God forbid that you ever have to find yourself in this situation to have experienced this. But if God forsake that you do, okay, God forbid you do. Tangible, non-tangible. The first things that you need to worry about, okay, and then we're going to get back to the slides for time's sake. Tangible, write the word tangible equals touchable. If you can touch it, it's tangible. I'll repeat that. If you can touch it, it's tangible. If you cannot touch it, it is considered non-tangible. Now, what does that exactly mean? And again, this is just bonus information. Tangible means that if you ever have to go and file for bankruptcy or anything, or if you're dealing with trying to figure out how to rob Peter to pay Paul, who gets paid first? You always, hear me good, you always want to take care of tangibles first. Touchable, the roof over your head, whether it's your house note or your rent, your car note. Those are things you can physically touch with your hand. The only exceptions to that will be well, no, because you hit the light switch, so you can still touch that. You still turn on the water and physically drink it, so do you do that? So any of those categories, they will always come first. First, all tangibles come first. What is secondary? Secondary, and by the way, I was just in a meeting yesterday because I do have my license as a health and life insurance agent. I just never used it. But here's the deal. I have a license, so I meet with different people all the time. Do you know what the number one current reason why people go and file for bankruptcy? Health insurance, health issues, health, 65%. That's the main reason. And they don't know what I just taught you. So if you hear nothing else from me, I just blessed you just now. Because if they would have known what I just taught you, they wouldn't have had to waste their time with it. Because non-tangibles, all they can do, like if you go over your limit on your credit cards, and this is not in the slides, it's just a bonus. I don't know why I'm even talking about this. This is for whoever needed it. Maybe somebody out there need to hear this. Okay. So if this is you, you just detoured my slides, but praise God, I'm gonna share this information. I'm gonna help you out. So somebody is out there trying to figure out what do I do because I'm getting attacked financially from everything because he is absolutely right. I just lost my job. I heard this before I even thought about putting this slide together. People were hitting me up. Hey man, I just lost my job. I just lost my job. Yeah, I know. I know. And more people it's going to happen to, unfortunately. Okay. Watch this. The non-tangibles, your medical bills, credit card debt, all this stuff, why are you even worried about it? What are they going to do? See, because, and I'm not telling you to misappropriate your funds or to become silly. Oh, well, if that's the case, I'll just, no, 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 no. You want to be fiscally responsible person. But if you are forced into a decision, non-tangibles mean there is nothing they can take from you. They cannot repossess your doctor medication that they gave you. Your credit card, they cannot repossess the things that you already spent the money on. Hopefully you use the money wisely in a pinch, but either way it goes, they can't. The worst thing they're going to be able to do in the meantime, now, this is not across all lands because some of them they can file and do some other things, but most of them, the first thing they're going to do is do what? Put it on your credit report. Oh, okay. So don't worry about paying them first at the expense of you being homeless. Pay your tangibles first, the things you need on a day-to-day basis, a roof over your head, light, food, water, your car note. Then worry about the non-tangibles. You can even negotiate. Hey, I don't have a lot of money. I just lost my job. I can only pay you $5 a month. Why am I even talking about this? This is not in my slide, but guess what? I'm glad we're talking about it because this situation is dire. It is going to happen. It has already started happening and it's going to get worse. In fact, and here's something else that's not in my slides. We're looking at the president right now trying to push through these bills for what? All these locations to build AI technology. Now, you may say, I don't like the president. I don't really care. I'm not into politics, so I don't care whether you like him, don't like him. That's none of my business. That's not the point of this. The point is, they're trying to beat, watch this, China and the other nations. Why? Because they're already pushing for it. So what's the point? Whether it was this president, another president, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's a race to the finish line to see who can get there first to get rid of you. They're all going to do it all over the world. This is about to be a massacre on the global scale because they just want money. They want their profits. But where does that leave us? Let's keep going quickly. We have proofreaders, carriers, travel agents, which, by the way, a lot of travel agents, they're having a hard time. They've been having a hard time. Call center agents. If you notice, almost every website you go to now has an AI feature. So before you even get to pick up the phone and call a company to get your problem solved, who are you talking to first? An AI. When you go onto a website to try to resolve things, who are you talking to first? AI. And they purposely give you a loop to loop to loop to loop to loop. In fact, I went to ChatGPT and I asked it this question, and it told me, well, you're going to have to do this, this, and this because they're going to keep you in a constant loop before they actually give you any connections to a real person. I did that with ChatGPT. I just asked it itself. I did that today. Data clerks, gone. All right. So here's the situation. We're almost done. I told you I'm not going to hold you long. So just yesterday, I told you guys, I've been meeting with business owners and so forth, having conversations with them. One company that I talked to, they said they get for one position, hear me good, for one position, because some of you guys might be out there right now trying to apply for jobs. So you really need to be hearing me. This job, just a simple job, just a simple sales job. They said they had gotten 10,000 applicants that they had to go through for a couple of positions. 10,000 applicants that they got. Crazy. The person who I met with just yesterday, and I love his suit. Oh my God, I should have asked him where he got the suit from. But anyway, it was clean. It was a nice suit, gold Rolex on his arm, just big baller, make, big money. But even he was talking about they're rolling out AI and so forth and so forth. And in that office where we met at yesterday, I didn't go back there to go meet the people. I mean, I walked through the office and I seen how large it was. It was a huge, huge office. They have 100 locations and so forth and so forth. And everybody was business professional. I was the only one. I mean, I wasn't working there anyway. I came in with a white shirt, but everybody was clean to the nine with suits. And here's what he said. He said, these people in here, I don't care if they stay, don't stay. If you don't perform, if you don't act like a savage in here and you end up in the bottom 10, I'm going to cut you loose. And I don't care. You know why he said he don't care? He said, I get about 1,200 applications a week. So out of that 1,200 applicants a week, I will find somebody who will act like a savage for me. He said, I expect this. You know what they told me? Money is cool for me. I like money and I appreciate it. But one thing I don't like is a person. I don't want to work with anybody. I don't care how much money you're offering. And I'm glad he and I met personally, to talk. But before I get involved with people in any level of business, I want to check your integrity. What's important to you? And this person, I can clearly tell that he can care less about you and your family. And here's the reason why. Because he got so many people who need a job now until your family means nothing to him. Either you're going to help him become even richer and the company to make their billions, or you can go kick rocks. And this is what you're going to be dealing with. Here's the other enemy that nobody ever talked about. And in that meeting, I shared this. In fact, I've been sharing this philosophy with several um, professional people and business owners to wake them up. Okay, wake them up. I'm gonna share this with you. Here's a silent enemy. As you can see, this is the famous actor you see in James Bond movies and so forth. Look at her. She was a beautiful woman at 23, but this is her at 86. So if she wasn't an actor, where would she be working to make a living? Here's the question to you. How old are you right now? AI is taking over the job market. Jobs are hard to find, and the ones that you do, they're not even thinking of paying you what you're worth, even with that expensive degree you got. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Why? Because we have 10,000 people looking for the same position. We do not have to pay you what you're worth. In fact, some of you guys are working at a company right now. They are not paying you what you're worth, and you spent all that money on the degree. And here's the problem. You are getting older. And here's the biggest problem. The window is shrinking on not only the job market, but also your earning ability in years. If you're 40 or 50, this should really be scaring the socks off of you. Here's the reason why. How many more years do you have to earn to pay off that 30-year mortgage? If you're renting an apartment, how many more years you have left to afford to make an income to pay for that rent, which goes up year after year? How do I know? I used to own a ton of real estate and real rental properties. I was probably the only landlord who chose not to raise his rents every year, even though I could have and should have. But I chose not to because I knew what all the other landlords was doing. I didn't agree with it. That was not integral to me. But you know, because it's happening to you. This is why you're moving all the time. They raise their rents. Anytime their prices inflate, they're going to raise your rent to cover their personal costs. That's the reason why apartments are always raising their rent every year. I used to be a former landlord who owned properties all across the US. I know. And so therefore, how many more years can you keep up with this inflated price, but the job market is paying less and less and less, and you're getting older at the same time? Something has to be done. So guess what's not on that list, though? For us, for those who's in this business, okay? Guess what's not on the list? The markets. The markets have always been around, and guess what? The markets are always going to be around. But then there's a problem. Isn't there AI for trading? Well, won't AI replace trading? Will it replace me? Trading at home is the better question you should be asking. Not anytime soon. Look at the source. This is a company that is professional at trading with AI. This is Alpha AI Capital. This is their source. Here's what they said. The cons and limitations of AI trading. Okay. Market regime risk. AI models rely on historical data. When markets behave in ways that differ significantly from past patterns, such as during geopolitical shocks or liquidity crises, models may struggle. AI trading systems depend on data quality, infrastructure, and execution. Technical issues or data errors can affect its outcome. Even further, the model risk. Every model embeds assumptions. If those assumptions are incomplete or no longer relevant, performance can suffer. AI does not understand markets. Did you hear that? They don't understand markets. It reacts to inputs. This is why I'm telling you guys, we are teaching AI to replace us. Stop consulting AI on everything because you're telling it how to replace you. But when it comes to the markets, which some of you guys who trade right now, you already see it. Wartime markets, guess what? AI didn't know how to handle it because every war doesn't bring the same results to the market. Here's another one. AI excels at analyzing measurable data, but cannot fully interpret qualitative events or structural changes. Human judgment and oversight remain what? Important. So even this AI capital company who specialize in using AI are still saying, yeah, we like AI, but we still need some oversight from humans. So in the end, will it replace us as traders? No. But keep an idea, because maybe you're not a trader. I still have something else for you. So what can we do now? We're at a crossroads. Uncle P, what do we do? Well, me personally, I'm going to share my two non-AI anti-aging options. Okay. So here's what I worked on. I've been working on this for a long time. Okay. And let me make sure you guys can see it on my screen. And again, at the end of this presentation, you're still going to get your free indicator, so don't worry about it. This is just options. Okay. I have two major ones that I think can help a lot of you guys for years to come. If not, don't worry about it. Okay. But I think you will say, okay, that's a no-brainer. So what we did was a lot of times the market is very, very fluctuating. And some of you guys who are here, you're here because you do trade in the market. So what I'm about to say, you completely understand. What happens is when market conditions change, you have to change. This is why AI struggles because it only understands what it is inputted. Okay. What it has learned in the past data, past structure. But what happens when the market changes? This is why you need different trading systems to adapt. This is why I have always had used different trading systems to adapt to different measurable conditions. Okay. So what we did was, in the past, and many of you guys are our prior clients, so you'll probably love this. In the past, we created individual trading systems that you had to get one at a time. This time, and here's the push. Here's what happened. This is not our fault. We fixed it. Why did we even start on this over a year ago? Because I'm a big fan of the MT4 trading platform. Absolutely still love it. Okay. Still love it. But the problem is 85% of the brokers no longer work within the US market. Now, overseas is still available, but in the US, they don't use the MT4. In fact, MetaTrader, a lot of them stopped using it, which is fine, but then they still use MT5. So therefore, MT4 was being phased out, which is what I love, but they brought in MT5. Remember what I said about the escalator of life. It does not stop because of how you feel. So just because I love the MT4, that don't matter. We're talking about what is the market doing. So they moved towards the MT5. As a result of that, I had no choice but to condition my mind to accept the change, even though I rejected in my heart. So we started taking all of our trading systems that we had on the MT4 and migrating them over to the MT5. Okay, that was the first goal. Then we also started building trading systems. Why? Because for those who no longer have access to the MT5, we also know that many people still have access to what? Trading View. So we began to start developing systems for Trading View as well, so that we can encompass everything for you guys, those who want to trade in the markets. And again, stay behind because those who don't want to trade in the markets, I got something huge for you that can possibly make you between $1,000 to $10,000 a month. And then towards the end, we still have the free indicator. So sit tight. I got everybody as far as I could do. Okay. So what we did was we took all of the trading systems. So far, we have 11 of them. We also have a new one coming out very soon called Trend Beast for MT5. Okay. Then we also have futures trading for trading view. We have those coming out, but I also have a new system coming out. Probably by next week, it'll be added on here. And it's called the parallel universe. Okay. So all of those things, what we did was we built it into here. And instead of you having to get one at a time, you're going to get all of them at the same time. Unlimited use, all at the same time. Okay. We've never done that before. Okay. And some of you guys, you've done business with us, you know how much those other ones cost. What we decided to do is make this available for a dirt cheap price. So it's a no-brainer for everyone so that when you get replaced, okay, and I'm sorry to say it that way, when you get replaced and if you struggle to find employment, the markets are always available. And some of you guys, and here's the deal. Here's the deal. For some of you guys, you just need the proper trading system and a little more discipline because it's not like you don't understand the markets. It's just that you've been tippling and tippling and tippling, and you don't have a system that really works for you. So you've been piecing things together. Now you have access to all of them. You can blend them together or you can separate them one at a time. It's totally up to you. It's no limit. And here's the beautiful part about it. For the MT5s, you're going to receive one license key that will work on all of the systems at the same time. Did you hear what I said? Let me repeat it. You're going to receive one license key that's going to work on all of the trading systems at the same time. No more individual license key for this and for that. Nope, you don't do that. One license key will work for all, and it works on two accounts. And here's the beauty. You can change the two accounts out at any time you want. I don't really care. Okay. Then with the trading view indicator, we have more of those on the way. Okay. We already started developing those. We're going to have more of those on the way. As we're uploading them, we're just going to send you out a message and say, hey guys, your new system is up there. You just log in and you gain access to it. Okay. And we're going to already have just watch this, just your trading view name is all we need so that we can already authorize it. So the moment it comes released and you say you're ready for it, guess what? Boom, you have access to it immediately. Okay. So this is the first one. And then towards the second one, give me 5 more minutes. I'll go over the second benefit for those who don't want to trade or for those who want to trade but have a side hustle. I got you in 5 minutes. Okay. And then after that, we're going to close out and then I'll tell you how to get your free indicator. All right, here we go. So number one, hopefully you guys like the website. Think it's beautiful. You're going to get 11 complete MT5 trading systems, all of the trading view indicators and all future trading systems. That's all included. And it's just going to be for one cheap monthly price of $97 plus tax. 97 bucks. No brainer. No brainer. Where are you going to get 13 or 14 trading systems plus all future trading systems for 97 bucks? One simple trade to take care of that. Okay. Why am I doing this? Because guys, we're being forced to do what we got to do. And the only place that's still going to have billions and trillions of dollars floating around when these jobs are gone is going to be exactly where the investors are going. And that's to the markets. Now, if you would discipline, hear me good. If you would discipline your behind, because some of you guys, you already know how to trade. I'm not about to tell you nothing you don't know. And for the newbies, you're in a blessed position because you didn't learn bad habits like we did. But for some of you guys, you already know how to trade. But let me say this polite. Your hard head behind, you keep doing the same things. You never stick to a plan. Now you have access to 11 MT5 trading systems and several trading view indicator trading systems. You can pick one, stick with one for at least a week or two because you don't have any limit. There is no cap. There's no this or that. If you need to try it on a couple of demo accounts and then you want to switch it out, just shoot us an email. We don't care. There's no rush. No rush. You have complete access. But you need to learn to discipline yourself because how do you know that, hey, you can turn your life around just with a little discipline so that from here on out, no job will fire you because you're already working for yourself through the markets. And the markets have an endless amount of money. Those who trade in the market, which most of you do, you already know that. This is the time for you to start taking it serious. No more playing around. And this is why we made it so dirt cheap. The website, by the way, is ezmt5.com. But again, it has trading view indicators. Let's go through this quickly. So Simplicity Scanner, Ocean Wave Scanner, the Too Easy System, the Sexy Analyst, and all those scanners, the Daily Dot Indicator, the Trend Line Scanner, Support and Resistance Scanner. This is a separate indicator that I've used for years. That's going to come with it. Symbol Changer for the MT5. All these are MT5s. Trend Beast, which is going to be coming soon, that's already included. Once it's released, we're just going to shoot out a message to you and say, hey, Trend Beast is available. Boom, go ahead and start using it. No extra cost, nothing. Okay. Trading view indicators, we got 2 of them so far, which by the way, this one here. Oh, a matter of fact, I think if you guys give me like a couple of minutes, I'll play the video. Well, actually, go to my YouTube channel. I posted a video of some trades I took just 2 days ago using this one. This thing is absolutely crazy phenomenal. Crazy. Oh my God. Y'all gonna love this one. Okay. Absolutely. I mean, I'm glad we designed it. I'm not going to trade without it. This thing is crazy. And you can search all over TradingView. You're never going to find it. We had to custom build it and it's now yours. We also have another trading system coming out called the Parallel Universe. Okay. So again, it's all for one simple price, 97 bucks a month. You get access to all the current systems, all future trading systems are included. Okay. So if you are interested in that, go to easymt5.com and just sign up and you have instant access. Now, number two, here's the second one. We're almost done. The other thing we decided to do, and this is why we did this. I told you guys I talked to a lot of business owners. Here's the other thing that you guys are not paying attention to, especially if you're in sales. If you're in sales, okay, you need to hear me really good. What a lot of employers are doing, they're switching from paying you a base salary to just putting you on what's called a 1099 contract form. Hear me good. This is the other thing that's going on, and nobody's saying nothing about it. And some of you in here, this maybe have already happened. You went to school, you got your license, now you're ready to work, and they're saying, okay, we're going to put you on a 1099. What is a 1099? That means they pay you 100% commission based on performance. In other words, we don't have to pay you. We got so many people applying for jobs, they changed the business model. Why would we invest money into you and you may not work out? Did you hear what I just said? Why would I pay you and you may not even work out? So what they are now doing is they're bringing, because the boss has unlimited supply of people starving for a job, they're starting to do what's called 1099 contracts. You come in, if you work good, you make your sales quota or your quote unquote KPIs. Some of you guys in the business world know what that is. Key performance indicator. What does that mean? We're going to give you a quota. If you can keep up, then guess what? You'll earn your commission. If you don't, then it's no loss to us. That's the way the company sees it. You see how they're finding new ways to remain profitable in this crisis, with or without you? So if you come in, they pay you no salary, no base salary, no hourly wage. They just put you 1099. If you come in and make them a lot of money, then they'll pay you a portion of their money. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. I get it. But this is what a lot of them are doing as well. And so I thought, okay, for an example, I told you I have a license. Actually, I used to have multiple licenses, several real estate licenses and so forth, and also a health and life insurance license. In the health and insurance life insurance license area, if you sell a policy and you've made $1,000, hear me good. If you made $1,000 on that sale, you go home and tell, honey, I made $1,000 sale today. But then guess what happens? When it's time for them to pay you, they pay you only a part of that. They pay you one-fourth of it. And then they pay you out in trickle amounts over time. And now they hang the carrot over you. Oh, yeah, if you get enough people signed up, guess what happens? You'll get the rest over time. And that's how you create what they call quote unquote residual income. Here's where the problem comes in with that. Remember what I told you. You are getting older. How long is this going to take? I need money now. I don't need it later. So what we did, we took their business model, but we decided to do something different. So with our affiliate program, and by the way, before I get into that, I got to go into this. I apologize. Let's cover this real quick. Here's what you're going to log into once you do sign up. For those who are interested, here's what the back office is going to look like. Okay. You're going to go in here to your tutorials and downloads. Let's go through this real quick. Give me 2 minutes, and then let's get back to the affiliate program, and then we'll close out and you'll get your free indicator. Okay. Here we are. Sorry. There we go. So you're going to click on tutorials and downloads. All you do is whatever username and password you use when you signed up, that's all you're going to use. You got instant access. You don't need to ask us, well, when am I going to receive access? You have instant access. So if you signed up now, go ahead and 30 seconds later, you got instant access. Because in the sign up process, it's going to ask you for a username and password. Put that in there. Now, what you're going to do is just go through these tutorials. It's going to walk you through how to install the MT5 indicators, also how to install the trading view indicators. And here's the trading systems right here. Okay, so once you click on this, it's going to take you to each one of them. You can click on the pictures and it'll take you to the download links. But that's already going to be explained in here. Let's watch this real quick, and then let's go to the affiliate program and we're done. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the other thing. If you try to skip the lesson, see what it says, go back. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to make sure that you are going through all of the lessons. Okay. And I should have did this already, huh? But anyway, just go back through the lessons, and once you do, that's that. I was trying to play y'all this video real quick. I'm sorry. Give me a second. See if I can get to it. I want y'all to see these trades I did. So when you click here, you're going to go through the first lesson. And when you complete it, then you're going to click on, okay, hey, complete it and go to the next lesson. And I got so many screens up, so mine's just running a little bit slow. Okay, so give it just a second. All right, so now you're here. You're going to watch this, and then you're going to click mark complete. And then that's going to open up to the next lesson, and you do the same thing. Mark as complete, next lesson, and so forth. Don't skip these, okay? Oh, look at your auntie. Oh, that's your auntie. So beautiful. All right, hold on one second. I want you guys to see just one of these. I want you to see what I did. It's a very quick video, but watch how, oh, that thing is so lovely. Okay. See? Oh, great job. You completed it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You like that? All right. So this is how to install on TradingView. I'm sorry, the MT5 and so forth. Okay. Let's go through this real quick. And this one, let me see if this is the one. Hold on. No, let me play the next one. Here we go. Watch this. This thing is bad, boy. Let me see if this is the one. And this is just one of them. We got several new ones coming out for y'all. Come on now. All right, I'm gonna enter. No, that ain't it. Hold on. Come on now. And don't worry about. Oh, here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Watch this, y'all. This one, the ones y'all got. I love it. This one, oh my God, I'm in love with it. Here you go. Okay, guys, look. It's going to my take profit. Look. Oh my God. Let me move this down so it won't hit. But why is it this is the new indicator I built for TradingView. As you guys can see, this is much needed indicator. You can see that now you can clearly see. Why is it blurry? Your points. See, I'm up 87 points on this trade, and I'm up 18% on this trade right here. You can see that I have chosen 6 take profit targets, and it's already hit take profit 5, and it's on its way to take profit 6. So this is the new indicator for you guys. And I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take my profits. I'm going to take my money now. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. And then we'll finish up on the other. So let me show you how this new trading system works. This is so there you go. There you go. That I have chosen 6 take profit targets, and it's already hit in baby 5, and it's on its way to take profit 6. In baby. So this is the new indicator for you guys. And I'm not going to be greedy. Yeah, man. Take my profits. Take your money, baby. You know. Okay, I'm done. Baby. All right. Let me show you how this new trading system works. Well, we're not going to go through that. That's just one of the new. Oh, y'all going to love that one. Y'all going to love it. Okay. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Let's go to the affiliate program, and then we'll go up to the free indicator, and then we're done. All right. Because I'm tired and I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. Here we go. So with the affiliate program, here's how ours work. Okay. You can sign up for the affiliate program, whether you sign up for this program or not, you can still be an affiliate. But here's what we're going to do. And I've been in sales for over 25 years. Okay. For not only for my own companies, but also for other companies. Okay. I've been in sales for over 25 years. And most of them, one of the things, and if you're in sales, hear me really, really good. Because some of you guys, you may lose your job, and the only basic jobs that's going to be open for the time being, hear me good. I hate to say it like this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm just telling you what's already happening. And some of you guys, you've been feeling this for a long time. So it's not like what I'm telling you, you don't know. You've been feeling it. You've been seeing it. You just didn't understand it. Here's the type of jobs that's going to be hanging around for a little while. Sales jobs. Sales jobs are going to be around for a while because nobody, none of us humans right now even enjoy talking to AI. We might enjoy playing with AI tools, but we hate dealing with AI. If it's just me or when I'm calling customer service, I am not trying to sit on the phone for 5 minutes talking to AI who's trying to keep me talking to AI because they're trying to reduce their work staff because they cut half their workforce apart. And so therefore they're trying to make me talk to AI. And I'm trying to find ways to get around it. I'm keep hitting a zero. I keep saying, no, I want to talk to a human. I want to talk to anybody else. I wish I can have this chat. Anybody else? Live agent. Yeah, baby. That's right. Live agent, please. And you ready to cuss AI out. Why? Because when it comes to human talk and negotiations, we do not want what's being forced on us. And that's the reason why sales jobs are open. The problem with sales jobs, and hear me good, I was number one sales guy in many major companies. If I name them, you guys would know. I was a top salesperson in all these different companies. I know what they do. And they're changing their business model from paying you base salary for many of them to putting you on a 1099 contract. Okay. So even when they do supposed to pay you a certain amount, what they do is they portion it out over time. Here's the reason why. They do, in fact, watch this. I'm gonna share something that's really true. My brother, I just talked to my little brother, and he's in customer service in the form of it. Okay. He just he made President's Club, so they paid for him and my sister-in-law to go to on an all expense paid vacation. Okay. He sales runs in our family. And we got to talking about this very same thing. He said, well, even in my business, he said, yes, I made President's Club, but I understand what they're doing. He said, because watch this, and you're going to understand this, salespeople. And if you're not in sales, you better hear me. They said the reason why you can make $1,000 sale, but they don't pay you the whole full thousand, they'll pay you in portions. Because what if you a person who's trying to run a scam? And therefore you get all your friends and family to sign up today, and then as soon as you get your full payment, you tell them to cancel. Now the company is taking a loss. So what do? They pay you out in portions. They promised you a full amount of check, but they're not going to pay you that check in full amount. They're going to pay you in watch this, in a drip campaign. We'll pay you a portion of it today, a little portion tomorrow, and then we'll give you the rest later on. That's what they're doing to protect themselves and keeping their profit margins, regardless of whether you need your money today. And you out there busting your butt for them, and they're trying to protect themselves from chargebacks. Hear the word? Salespeople, you know that term, chargebacks. You hate that word. You worked hard for your sale, and then if the customer doesn't stay, they may have even paid you a portion of it, but then they charged you back for that. So now they take that which they paid you, that you still butt for. Remember, I was in sales. It happened to me all the time. That's why I got out of it. I couldn't stand it. I'm busting my butt. One company still owes me about $25,000. I bust my butt. I was number one in the entire company, top salesperson. And they were paying me out in portions. And then when the company went under, they still never paid me my money out of all those sales. So they took my 25K and never paid it. And I have family and bills to pay. I'm working hard for you, and then you just cut shop and left me in the dirt. And then if the contract didn't go through, I did everything I could to keep and retention to retain the customer. And guess what happened? Customer cancels. Guess what? The money they already had paid me that I already used for bills, they say, oh, it's the chargeback. They're going to take it out my next check. Now I got to figure out how am I going to pay next bills off a sale that I did last month, because I thought we were done. But the customer decided I didn't like the service. You guys didn't do whatever. It had nothing to do with me as a salesperson. It had to do with the fulfillment side. And because they didn't fulfill their portion, this customer cancels. And now they're coming after who? Not the fulfillment team. They're coming after the salespeople's check. So not only are they cutting your portions out, but then they come back and charge you for anything that gets canceled that can happen in the future. So now your check is never safe. How do you deal with that? As a salesperson, I didn't want to do that to you guys. Here's how this works, and we're going to be done. Simple business model. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to give you a quality of numbers to give you a picture of what is capable, what you can do. And then from there, you decide however you want to go, because we're going to pay out every Friday, starting next Friday. So if you sign up today, next Friday, Whatever you do, you're going to get paid. And we do pay, watch this, not only through PayPal, which we typically did, but we're also going to be able to pay out through Stripe. So all you have to do is just input, give us your information, and we'll be able to send it right over. Now, how Stripe works, you're going to open up a free Stripe account, not with me, with Stripe personally. I don't want to know your personal business. Okay. This is integrity issues. I don't want to know your business. You're going to open up a free account with Stripe. I called them personally and asked them these questions. They said all they have to do is called global payment. I can pay anybody around the globe. Okay. Doesn't matter whether you're in the Philippines, in China, Japan, doesn't matter. California, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's called global payment. You open up your free account with Stripe with them, and then they'll have the ability to connect the accounts together, and I'll be able to transfer your money into your account through Stripe, or I can PayPal you your payment. Now, here's how this works. You're going to create your own affiliate link for free, okay? And this is a 1099 because you fill out 1099 just like you would a regular job. But unlike those jobs, whatever you earn, even if a person cancels the following month, I'm not doing chargebacks. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Whatever you earn, you're going to keep. I am not going to come back after you for chargebacks. I hated that because it never allowed me to feel comfortable with a sale. And this is why after I sold a person, you constantly chasing that same person. Now that person getting irritated. Why are you constantly calling me? Because I don't want you to cancel. Because if you cancel service in the future for a sale I did last month, I'm still going to be charged for that sale. Call a chargeback. I hated it. We're not doing that. You get paid every Friday. Whatever you make, you keep. Here's some numbers. Let's get to it and close this meeting out. And then I'll tell you how to get your free indicator. You make 100 sales, I pay you $1,000. Simple as that. And here's the deal. What are you actually offering with this? You're offering for those who trade in the markets, which we got millions of people all over the planet. If you can find 100 people, if you're good at marketing or you have whatever, it's up to you. You're going to come in here, create your free link, and here you go. You'll get your link. And from there, you just copy it and share it out. You can share it on social media. You can even create your own personal one here. If you want to create your own customly, I don't care. Okay, that's your business. Okay, you'll be able to go in here. We have creatives. You can track your statistics in here. You got your graphs. You can track your referrals in here. So you can see for yourself how many you did month over month, which is MOM. YOY means year over year. MOM means month over month. So you can track your progress of what you're doing for yourself. Okay. Everybody understand that? Okay. So you track all of this stuff and you can track your payouts and so forth and so forth. And again, I am going to never charge you a chargeback. So for an example, again, if you get 100 people, you just made $1,000. If you can get 100 people a week, we pay you $1,000 a week, which means you're making $4,000 a month. You are having job security. We have billions of people on the planet. How hard is it to get 100 people? Okay. If you get 10,000 people, maybe some of you guys are good at marketing. 10,000 people a month. I'm sorry, 1,000 people a month. We're paying you a $10,000 check coming right into your account. No chargebacks. We're not doing all that stuff. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and close this meeting out. How do you get your free indicator? Now, again, if you want to sign up for our service, again, you have instant access tonight. We have staff waiting for you. So the moment you sign up, go through the tutorials. You're going to email them, and it's already in the tutorials what to send over. Go through the tutorials, email our license department. They'll get you all set up, and you'll be up and running tonight or tomorrow. It's totally up to you. If you want to be an affiliate, sign up for that. We're going to approve people because we want to make sure these people are legit and we're not just dealing with fake people. We got bots who try to sign up. So we're going to personally go in and just approve it. Once you're approved, you're good to go. Okay. And we'll approve it in no time. With every time anybody who applies for an affiliate account, you pretty much be approved the same day. So always just be on the lookout. Just hit refresh until your account shows that it's showing just like this, where you got your URL and all that kind of stuff, and you're good to go. Okay. So again, 100 people, $1,000. 50 people, $500. You get it? So that's the way we're paying out. 1,000 people a month because you're good at marketing. Maybe you have a marketing degree. 1,000 people a month, $10,000 check every single month. And there you go. Okay. All right. Last but not least, your free indicator. Here's what you need to do. You want to go and put in, and let me type this on a doc, a Word doc. Oh, hold on, guys. Ooh, let me type this on the Word doc. See? Ooh, this is one of your indicators as well. This is going to be included. You already have it. Look at that. Look at how the price action bounced right off that thing. And this is happening right now. I shouldn't be in no meeting with y'all. I'm missing money. Fooling around with y'all. That's the trading view indicator. That's already in your back office. All right, so let me do this. And let me do this. Let me take some questions, by the way, while I'm pulling this up. Donna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Give me a second. All right,
You
let
want me
me,
to put the chat back on?
yes, if you can do that for me.
Yeah, let me see.
And they can raise their hand as well. Raise their hand because I'm sure people have questions. Let's go ahead and answer questions as well. Let me go ahead and do this for you. And again, I just want to help. Again, I just want to help because I know times are rough. Simplicity. Here's what you want to do for your free indicator. And we can start taking questions. Super easy simplicity at gmail.com. Okay, that's all you got to do. And it's only going to be a window open for 2 hours. So for the next 2 hours, if you have want to get your free indicator, that's that. Because this is being recorded. I know hundreds and thousands of people going to come back later. Hey, I was there to me. No, we are only the ones who's here now. Who sends the email will know because you'll be sending it in the next hour or two. Okay. Super easy simplicity at gmail.com. That's all you have to do. And just say, hey, free indicator. Okay. That's all you have to do. Just put free indicator if that's what you're here for. All right. So let's take some questions. Yes, the indicator will work on the MT4 and the MT5 and on Trading View on all three. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's go in here. Why is it
We
not
have
showing everybody?
two people that raised their hands as well.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm trying to um hold on one second, guys. It's not showing me. Hold on one second. Oh, let me take your name out. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, got it. All right, so let's go to Made Man. Go ahead and unmute.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Um, I'm good.
Good. Oh, hi.
So my only question was, I'm new. I've been watching you for a few years now, but I've been in the workforce, so I'm not new to trading. I know how to trade, but my only question is really, do would I have to buy the simplicity system like the one time 299, or
No.
would it just be the easy MT5
Easy
with everything?
MT5 is going to have every trading system in their membership, including all future trading systems, which I have my team, my coders, they're already working on several new trading systems. Once they are
Okay.
finished, we're going to put it in your back office and let you know, hey, the new one's up there. You got instant access. The whole point is this is just going to be like a buffet, unlimited buffet. So no, you don't have to buy it individually. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Liz.
Uncle P.
What up? What
Oh
up?
man. Well,
Time,
this is
time.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Wow.
long time. Good to hear your voice.
Well,
Hi.
what happened was this your fault, Uncle P.
I know.
Remember one time when we had class, you would say, after you finish trading, shut your computer down, go do something else.
Yep.
You and Aunt Nancy would go walking and stuff like that,
Yep.
and I said, hey. So I went out and I volunteered with the youth one summer. I got drafted. Now I'm in charge of a youth group. So that's why you haven't
Oh
heard
my
from
goodness.
me.
Wow. That's
Ooh,
amazing.
it took off. So I said, okay, this must be my calling right here.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So, but
amazing.
yeah, that's what had been going on. But I still have been, of course, I'm still trading gold now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
And I just didn't do the Futrix, but eventually I'm gonna get back in there.
Yes,
And that leads to my question, Uncle P.
sure.
So with the easy MT5,
Hmm.
I could trade futures and Forex
You
with it,
got it.
right?
You got it. Because again,
That's
remember, I'm telling you guys, We have several trading systems that is going to be released soon. And you guys remember, you've been with me for a long time. You remember we used to release them and each one was around 300 bucks a pop, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
or whatever. And here, what we're doing is we're doing this membership kind of like a Netflix model. Okay, Netflix model, what every Friday, Netflix will release a new movie, but you don't
Okay.
pay more money. You notice
Hmm.
that? This is why
Yes.
the cinemas are going out of business because Amazon and Netflix have picked up on this same strategy. If they continue to provide new value to their customers, the customers will stay with them. And why would I leave my house to go to a cinema and pay you them all that extra, astronomical money for a ticket?
Right, right.
And your popcorn is, we can tell is, what's that fake? What do we call that fake popcorn now? That they fake corn now? What do they call it? Yeah, bioengineered popcorn. They don't even get
Yeah.
corn no more. We don't even get real corn no more. Why? Profit margins. It's
Ain't that
cheaper to
something?
manufacture it than to grow it.
Right,
Okay.
right,
So, but
right.
that's a different story. I know this is being recorded. I don't want to get in no trouble. But the point is that we
Hmm.
took the same Netflix model and we said we're
Hmm.
going to produce a number of trading indicators that we know people need. So one of them,
Okay,
new for trading view, is called the excuse me, it's called the parallel universe. Okay. And
okay,
so that one is coming out probably by next week. By next week, it's going to be in your back office and you guys can just tap right in. It's right there. It's no extra cost. Trade Beast, Trim Beast for the MT5. They're still working on the coding, getting it accurate
hmm,
as possible. Once that is released, we're going to let you know, hey, that one's ready. And there's going to be more of them. Okay. Like squeeze
okay,
patterns. I love squeeze patterns. I love flag patterns. I love all these different patterns because they're very predictable to be profitable. One trade,
okay.
think about this, guys. For 97 bucks a month,
Mm.
for 97 bucks a month, how much are we talking for this level of access? And how many trades do you have to win just to make 97 bucks?
Ooh, that's insane. I mean, that is a deal,
It's a
a
no-brainer.
steal,
Okay, so watch this. I'm gonna show you guys. So let's look at this chart real quick. You see this and this indicator right here, which comes with it. Okay.
Yes,
Look at this trade that happened right while I'm sitting here talking to y'all instead
yes,
of taking the trade. So watch this. Here's a squeeze pattern. I'm gonna show you guys right on this chart. Here's a squeeze pattern right here. I see it. And let me change the
yes.
colors. Let me clear some things. Let me remove these drawings and let me put this on here so you guys can see this is something else I'm going to be working with my team when they finish this other system. We're going to be working on these for you guys as well because I love squeeze patterns. Squeeze patterns are amazing. They are very profitable. They work very well and easy to spot anywhere. So watch this.
Hmm.
All right, watch this. And there we go. Okay. So then when you're looking for a squeeze pattern, and we can take this down to even the 1 minute. And right here, if you're a scalper
Hmm.
using the big boys, now I use little boys for my prop firm accounts, but if you're using a big boy right here, this was probably about $500 to $700 when it broke right out of this squeeze pattern.
Yes,
So
sir.
you could have, and
Yes,
some of you guys trade futures, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yes,
You
yes.
know exactly what I'm talking about. In the futures market, it don't take much to make a lot. So you just have to spot it. So here, this was probably between $500 to $700 if you're using if you were using NQ. If you were using several contracts, it's still about $200-300, whatever. How many
Hmm.
trades do you need to make your $97?
Just that one, really.
Exactly. One trade and you're in profit. And you still got 11 trading systems plus trading view indicators and more of them on the way. You're not going to get that
Yes,
nowhere else. And then with
yeah.
the option to make how much money a week or whatever
Hmm.
you can do on top of that as an affiliate, it's unheard of. So look at
Yeah.
this. This one trade right here would have paid for your membership probably twice or 3 months in advance. This trade, then it came back and broke out to the downside. So you could have called it both ways. Boom and boom.
Hmm.
And we're talking about
Hmm.
97 bucks. If anybody got a problem with that, then just do the affiliate side. Because if
Right.
you're going to complain about having this level of access to these number of trading systems for 97 bucks a month, and you say you have a problem with that, then guess what? Be the affiliate, do the 1099 and call it a day. I don't have a problem with it. And no fuss, no worry. But where else are you going to get these kind of values?
You're not going to find it,
You're
Uncle
not going
Steve.
to find it. That's why we
No, you're
created
not.
this, sis. We did it on purpose because we know people are going to lose their jobs. They have to find another way to make an income where they can't get fired. And where is that?
Right.
The markets. You don't have a
Right.
boss. You just have to be your own boss and discipline yourself. This is why since you've been with me for a long time. Have I
Yeah,
not
I'm
been
in
saying
learning.
biggest
Hmm.
enemy in trading is only ourselves?
Yes, sir.
Because you know the markets, we know how to read charts. So what is stopping us? Discipline. And this is to
Discipline.
say, hey,
Right.
you know what? This brother that
Hmm.
brought up some points that I didn't think about. First of all, how old am I really?
Hmm.
And the
And
income
Uncle.
that I'm making now, Liz, the
Hmm.
income I make now at your job, income you make now, how long are they going to pay you at that level?
Mm-mm. It's
And they got
non-existent.
it's not going to happen because they got thousands of people who will work the same job that you getting paid this high salary for pennies on the dollar because they're starving for a job because AI is squeezing everybody out. They can find
Right.
people all day long. Remember what I told you, that millionaire? Me and him talked.
Hmm.
We talked. Wonderful suit, had his Rolex watch on. It's like, man, I can get 1,200 people. I get 1,200 people a week coming to me. He said, so I don't
Yes.
care. I'm going to fire the bottom 10 because I only want top performers here. That's what he,
Right.
man, I'm like, okay, brother, I understand. Listen, I understand how you make your money. Look at this. Watch this. Oh my God. This is happening right in front of y'all. Oh, geez. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. So
Yeah.
look, you see it broke out right from here?
Yeah. And it's kept going. It's still going, selling off.
How much money you could have made on that one. See, and this is future. This
Man.
is not just the indicators that you see that you're going to get, but also future ones. They're all going to be included for the $97. Now, if you're on the
Okay.
affiliate side, how hard is it? Some of us in sales, Liz, and let me say this.
Hmm.
I'll take the next
Yes.
thing. When I was in sales, I worked for medical supplies. I worked for Google Partners and all this stuff. They were selling things, and you had to be darn good because their stuff was anywhere from thousands of dollars, big ticket items, and you had to talk your butt off just to get one sale. And then
Yeah.
even if you did get that sale, you end up with a chargeback. So then you're always on the chopping block. How hard is it for a person who never sold anything to just sell a $97 product?
Yeah. It's unheard of. I mean, this is wonderful. So thank you, Uncle P.
You're welcome,
I just
sis.
wanted
Thank
to
you.
ask you about that. And you and Aunt Nancy have a good evening. And
Thank
Super
you.
Easy family,
All right.
this is
Talk to you
wonderful.
soon.
All right.
All right. Hold on one second.
Uncle P.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify, just so I don't know if there may or may not be confusion, but that these your systems like the Ocean Wave, Simplicity, and all of that, those are not on TradingView. Those are
No,
just
those are not.
MT5.
Yeah.
Correct.
And here's the deal, guys, go through the tutorials. This is already covered. So the some of the indicators that we had, what we're doing on TradingView, just and Donna, thank you so much. Let me cover this real quick. Oh my God, dog. Sitting there talking to y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna talk. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Parallel channels. Oh my God. All right. Anyway. Some of the indicators we already created for the MT4 are now on the MT5. The indicators we're going to be creating for TradingView, since most people scalp on TradingView. Okay, they don't swing trade, especially if you're in the futures market. The futures market, in fact, most people who trade in the futures market, they trade with prop firms. Prop firms does not allow you to even hold trades overnight. So you're being forced to be a scalper or a day trader by nature. Okay. So it doesn't make sense for us to create indicators that are meant for day traders slash swing traders on TradingView. So we're going to be focusing our energy specifically for those traders in that particular market. Therefore, this is why we're going to be creating indicators where you can clearly see from the 2 minute time frame, 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame. Now, will they work on the higher time frames? Of course. Maybe you have a broker that lets you trade and you can hold. That's fine. It will work on all time frames. But most traders who trade in the futures market are trading short time frames, just as I just showed you. That was actually on the 2 minute time frame, which I just showed you guys. Okay. So we're building indicators to tailor to that market specifically. Okay. Everybody clear on that? So that's the beauty of this. You already have, if you're using a broker that allows you to day trade and all that kind of stuff, and it's not the futures market, then those indicators on MT5 is going to be perfect for you. But if you're moving into the futures market and you're going to be by nature using prop firms, they don't allow you to hold positions. In fact, some of them, here's a side note, some of them, if you hold your position past 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can blow your account because they say all positions must be closed by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the close of the US market. So we're creating indicators built around that so that you can succeed in that market. Okay. Everybody clear on that? Did that help, Donna?
Yes, I was just reading through the chats of
Sure.
I've just so y'all know too, I just received like 200 emails, if not more, about the free indicator. Um it to when we get off, from the time we get off,
Mhm.
I'm giving it I'll give it till midnight.
Yep. Okay, cool. Perfect.
And then for me to for y'all to email about the indicator. So after midnight Central Time, so it's 1 o'clock Eastern Time, you will not have access to the free indicator. So the ones who did, looks like most of you did email, will
Mhm.
get access. I'll send that here in the next few hours. So,
Yep. And
and
by the
then
way,
there's
I want to let me throw this in real quick. For those who missed the deadline, but you still want it, it's going to be in your back office. Okay. It's going to be part of your membership. Okay. So if you missed it, but you still want that indicator, the one I just showed you, look at how this thing literally just, oh my God. Oh, geez. Look at there. Anyway, yeah, that'll be in your back. It's already included in the membership with the other trading systems. You don't pay anything extra for it. Okay. All right. Let's quickly get to Kenyon. Let's get this brother's hand. Go ahead and unmute, bro.
Uncle P, what up? What up? What
Man, what's
up?
bro? Long time, bro.
Hey, it sure has. It sure has. Special shout out to Derek, Liz,
Yeah, I see
Auntie.
him. I
See
see
you.
D. I see
What,
D.
what up? Donna as well, too. Uncle P, hey, I've been with you for a very long time.
Yeah, man.
And, been following you, going through everything, part of the Super Easy family, and been trading and making money following all your systems. And I definitely gotta say this one right here, for the recording now, or the playback in the future for whoever watches this, like, you are the truth and your heart is definitely in the right place. And even when the world changes with various things, because even back when you came out with the ocean wave theory and stuff, AI wasn't even really heard of back then, but
Nope.
you still had a heart of gold and your main focus was doing things to try to help people.
Yeah, I
And
appreciate
this one
that.
right here, with all these indicators for that one low price, oh my God.
Yeah.
Man. And you
You know
talking
what,
about a
bro,
buffet?
bro. I know people was look. I had discussions. I'll just say I had discussion. They're like, "Wait a minute, you gonna do it for how much?" I said, "You know what? Because here's the deal. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you guys. I know a lot of people just came for the free indicator. I get it. No worries. But here's the point. You're gonna reconsider. You're gonna reconsider because what I talked about is going to happen globally. It is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's not if it happens, it is going to happen. It is
Mm-hmm.
already happening. In fact, many of these people's jobs, all they're talking about is how to incorporate what? AI.
Right.
Am I right, brother?
Right. Yep.
Now, here's the deal. You've been with me for a long time. For people who was with me during COVID, when we heard about COVID, I had gave a warning a week in advance. And I said, hey, guys, here's what's going to happen. And I said, I need you to, at the moment you hear my message, I said, do this immediately. I said, go get XYZ. And I was very specific on the items to get. Many people mocked me. They did not listen to me. And I'm not no prophet. I ain't none of that stuff. I never will claim to be. I'm just a child of God. All I know is that God loves me and I love God and I love Nancy. That's all I know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I warn people. And not one week. In fact, let me say this. I went to Walmart that time. I'll never forget this guy. I went to Walmart and there was a black guy standing there and he mocked me. First of all, I don't even know you. You want to interacted with me. And then he made complete mockery of me. I said nothing. But 1 week later, all hell broke loose. People were standing in them gas lines for how long? How many rationing off toilet paper? You can only get one
Mm-hmm.
or two packs of toilet paper, but you got 8 behinds in your house. You remember?
I do.
And I
Yes, sir.
warned people before that happened. I said, here's the items. Go get them now, today. Go, don't wait, don't think. Go get them now because there's no limit. Go grab it. And for those who heard me, they sat at the house during COVID comfortable. Everybody who didn't, they had to fight for whatever they got. Now, that was just a temporary situation. AI is going to permanently replace because when they raise their profit margins, they're making all this money without having to use humans. Do you think they're ever going to go back to using humans?
Nope.
Okay, then. I am very concerned. Very concerned. Now, again, I'm giving options. If people want to take advantage, cool. If they don't want to think of something else, that's fine with me. But at least I sounded the alarm and I told the truth.
Facts.
And brother, you've been with
Facts.
me for a while. You know I don't play around with people.
Not at all. Not at all.
Anyway,
And
what's your question
COVID
for
is
me?
when I actually found you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You have any question for me, though?
The only question that I had, Uncle Pete, and you had already showed it on there was about the daily dot.
Yeah.
But you had already showed it on there inside the screen. That was my only question, but it'll be included with it.
Yeah,
I see
that's in the
that now.
membership. Yeah, that's part of the membership. Yeah, it's already included. Like I said, no more with this Easy MT5. We're not having conversations about what can you have and what you can't have. You can have all of them. And here's the beauty. You remember every system you had to get a separate license key? Not with this one.
Mhm.
The MT5s, you're going to get one license key and it's going to work on all of the trading systems.
19.
Perfect.
Can you
Okay.
put the website on there, Uncle P, on that notepad?
Sure.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. EZMT5.com. Okay. And that's the website. All right, brother. Thank you so much, my brother.
And I promise Uncle Pete, love y'all.
Love you too, bro. All right, let me get to D. D. Go ahead and unmute D Money.
Uncle P, what's going
What
on?
up? What
I
up?
see my auntie back there chilling.
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing?
just look at her cute self. Ooh, I love that woman.
Man, I'm so proud of y'all, man. Donna, your team. I'm so proud of you, man. You put out a Southern buffet for real. I'm full already. Man. I mean, man. You know, Liz Kenyon, the Super Easy alumni. Got to give y'all a shout out.
Yeah, man.
Man, the best instructor. Man, I'm gonna keep it real. And everybody on here listening, this man saved my life because if I didn't discover him, Satan probably would have had me in his claws like forever in the pit of abyss. Not even gonna lie to you, man. So I appreciate you, man, because everything you saying, you told us back to COVID. Like Kenyon was saying, everything you said, it came to be. I mean, it came to be. And then, like, you remember how you was like, we making you miss money? When Trump was talking, that was the market moving by him talking, and
Yeah.
it was gloomy. It didn't sound no better than what people like the markets, how the markets be, how he been hyping the markets. He was talking some doom and gloom. So
Yeah.
I think this system right here, all this stuff right here, you do it. I just can't wait till you bring out the video for the element one that you was talking about. That sound really, really, really crispy.
Oh, like I said, the one that I showed you, the live video that I traded with,
Yep.
is right here. It's already in your back office. See?
Right, but you got the one you say you bringing it like down the road in the
Oh yeah,
future.
I got many. I got several. Brother, I got several. What we're looking at doing, oh my goodness. Oh
See?
my goodness.
That was Trump. That when Trump was
Oh
talking,
my
that's how
goodness.
that's that gloom and doom you was talking about.
Oh,
Seriously,
let me switch this to the 1 hour. Look, and you guys
A-
can do this with it.
Agent wasn't playing, man. When he was talking, they wasn't playing.
Oh my freaking goodness. There we go. 30 minutes. Oh my God. Oh God. Look at that squeeze pattern. Hit the resistance and dropped right on through. Oh my. Derek, let's not talk, man. I'm saying, oh, it's like some of the best
I got
trades. When
one
I say
question,
I'm not going to
Ali.
trade, I got things to do. When I don't
I
take the
got
trade, that's the bangers, boy. Oh my God. Wow.
I got one question. I'll leave you alone.
No,
Now,
you're good, bro. It's good to hear your voice, man. I missed you.
thanks, man. Like the website, like you said, to go to the affiliate. Like you know how you got the affiliate, and then instead of you sharing on like X and Facebook, you can go to the bottom and you could create what a web page link for your
Yeah, you
affiliates
can
to
create
go
your own
to.
custom link, but what I suggest is just, especially with ChatGPT, hear me good, you guys. Hear me good, okay? Which I used up my limit for today. So with ChatGPT, and by the way, y'all hear me good. See, here we go again. Here we go again. So a lot of times you have to pay people to do thumbnails, right? So you
Mm,
somebody create thumbnails. Now you can go to ChatGPT, click on image, and tell it what you want, and it will create the thumbnail for you that's shareable on all your social pages. So what you can do once you create your affiliate link, you tell it, hey, I want you to create me some thumbnails based on this link. It will analyze our website and create thumbnails for you instantly. And now you just instantly became, watch this, hear me good. Did I not tell you who was on that list? Marketers.
mm.
Because now, if you go on your social pages like Instagram and everything else, there are companies out there who are offering AI marketing systems. And therefore, you can pay a little bit of nothing for a market. This is why I'm telling you, I gave the second option. Because for some of you, you say, I don't know 100 people and I'm not into market. That's okay. Because now anybody can become a marketer now because you get these AI tools that will create your thumbnails, they'll create your social links, and they will even post them for you. And now you just became an instant affiliate on your social pages without knowing what you're doing. And now who just lost all their jobs? Marketing agencies.
Yeah, you talked about them earlier.
I know because I used to work for a huge marketing agency who was an affiliate of Google. I know. They're not,
Wow.
they don't need you. They can create their own thumbnails. They can create your own social pages. Some funnels, they can create your one-page websites. They got AI tools to within 5 minutes can create your funnels, your drip campaigns. They can do everything within 5 minutes. What you would have paid thousands of dollars to a marketing agency for. And now you got these AIs who can do it in 5 minutes for pennies on the dollar. And you wonder why jobs are going to see people are not hearing me tonight. Some came just for the free indicator and they scattered until watch what's going to happen. And they're going to come back and say, man, I should have listened to him on the first day when he told me when I had a chance before all my disasters hit me. See, people don't think in advance. They think now. Well, I'm cool right now. And then next week when they get called in to the office and guess what? Because guess what? Every new AI that comes out, they're trying to get rid of you. Here's the reason why. Because on their annual or quarterly reports of showing profitability, the fastest way to do it is not to increase prices on products, it's to eliminate the people they pay. Because just think about how much you make at your job. So if my boss cuts me loose, how much did he just make back in profits? That he's now using an AI tool for $50 for when he was paying me that same job, paying me a couple of $1,000 plus health insurance and plus medical and sick and paid leave, paid vacations and everything else. And you think you're balling, and then you come back and you balled out. They dribble you like a ball and throw you out because they just got an AI tool who will do everything you do in 30 seconds without all the complaints and anything else. Now you come back and say, oh, well, what did that brother say? So you should have been accumulating your income while you're working so that if this does happen, you already had something built up. Whether it's the trading side or whether it was the affiliate side, you were making additional side hustle income before the inevitable. And I already know only a third of the people who came tonight are going to listen to me. Two-thirds only came just for the free indicator. I already know. And those are going to be the people who's going to be just like what happened during COVID. They're going to be the ones stuck because they didn't hear me out.
Facts.
And Derek, you've been D, you've been around for years with me. You know I've been saying the same stuff. I hate, and I'm not no prophet. I'm none of that. I will never claim to be. In fact, I don't want to be that thing. What I actually do is, while everybody else who's trading in the markets, everybody trades in the market, but I closely follow what are the larger institutions doing. You don't have to be a prophet. You just know where to look. Stop looking like everybody else looking at the immediate information in front of you and look at it from an investor standpoint. Investors, they read their quarterly earnings report. They follow these things and they're constantly seeing what can I cut loose to keep my investors happy. That's all they care about. So if you follow their news, then you'll be seeing exactly what I'm seeing. You don't have to be no preacher, no prophet or nothing. You just with a little help from God, because that COVID one was ridiculously crazy. I didn't know it was going to happen the very next week. That's a different story. But with this, no, you just have to read the right data. So even when, and you know, D, and I'll say this quickly, D, how many years when I was doing that live class, I kept saying, before you take a trade, check the news. Remember I always said that?
Yep, you said if you put when you know a lot of people trade technical, but you got to put fundamentals with it. But you made us the alumni. You made us into behavior specialists, analysts. You had us. You changed the game, and I always use it when I talk to like technical. I said I look at the behavior.
That is good.
I'm right. I look at behavior. I put fundamentals and technicals, just like you taught us. I told you, man. You the Dalai Lama, man. You know that, man. You know that, man. And then it just for real, because everything you said, and then like this morning. I was watching. You
Ooh,
tell
that's
us to.
funny.
Right. You tell us, you tell us like just watch the fundamentals. Even there was a lady, she's a big she got a big portfolio. She said like you, everything you was saying, because when she talks, it remind me of mine, you talking to me. She said in this environment, we even been having a hard time trade. She's like, we ain't making money like that. She
What
was
did I
like, we
tell
having a
you?
hard time.
What did I tell you? See, this is my point. This is my point. That's why I said 2/3 of the people, D, who showed up, they just wanted to get the free indicator. And then they're going to get slapped upside the face because they didn't stay for the wisdom that was being shared and the opportunity that I'm trying to give. And again, if they don't want, that's fine. I don't care. But at least don't just come for the free lunch. This is why Jesus had a problem with everybody who showed up talking about, well, we following Jesus. No, you followed him because he gave you some free fish and bread and kept your belly fed for that day. So you just was following him for the things he can do, not for the wisdom he was trying to share. And then when it was time for him to be crucified, nobody had his back. Oh yeah, get rid of him. He ain't fishing. He ain't frying up no more fish. That fish shop got closed up. We don't need him no more. And they got done with him. That's what people do. They don't listen. They're stubborn until all hell break loose. Then they want to come back and listen. But then things changed. And in fact, to be honest with you, D, I'm seriously thinking about this and I'm not trying to be funny. But for $97 for all this, okay, I'm going to live with it. But if we add another several trading systems, why wouldn't I go up on price? That would still be fair. For those who sign up now, your price is always locked. But if I decide to go up to 149 a month, it's still a value. So for those the 2/3 who left and say I don't care about all that, okay, now if I raise my price to 149 or 199 for the same access that you could have got today for $97, because I'm trying to give you wisdom, okay, if you don't want it, cool. But if things change in the future, don't come back. Well, you remember that time? No, I don't remember. Jesus threw it into the sea of forgiveness, and so did I. I don't remember, because you should have took the advantage while it was there. Why would you wait for disaster to strike you when you know clearly that I'm telling you the truth? You can go to work tomorrow, and all you're going to constantly hear is about how your boss is implementing AI. Remember, I got a health and life insurance license for one of the largest companies on the planet to do business with them. You know what they always talking about? Rolling out AI. All these companies, that's all they care about doing right now is rolling out AI. Why do you think, little brother, that they're opening up all these plants in the US? They're trying to outdo China. It's a race to the AI finish. Who's going to take advantage of it? It's not the common man who needs AI. Who do you think going to be using it? Your employer.
You preaching facts on that, because I do a 1099. I'm doing training now, doing property inspections on properties up here in Michigan, and everything is through the company working through the app. The, the app do everything. The app do everything. The app do everything. You take the pictures, the people, like the banks. I'm gonna keep it real with you, like you talk, and you know about that. The banks, the insurance companies, the mortgage companies, they keeping their portfolios. I mean, they keeping their portfolios updated now. They want to know about your roof, about the gutters, and how the condition of the property in it, everything. They keeping it up. And I'll be telling people, they be like, well, they didn't call and tell me. I told them, I say, sir, ma'am, they're not going to tell you when I'm going to come. I just got the work order, and I have to show them the work order through the phone and everything. You're not telling no story. And a lot of people got to understand, ain't no pensions don't exist no more. 401ks going out the door. You got to really come up and invest your own money. All that social media and these folks getting on here selling you all cap, having you go through a forest and all that stuff ain't true, and renting them cars and everything. A real trader, like how you taught us, take your money and run. Whatever you make, get it. If you make $20 a day, okay. $100 a week, okay. Just take your money and run. Just make what you make. Quit trying
let
to
me
be
say this to you,
greedy.
D. Let me say this to you, D. Because I also used to have an adjuster's license. I told you I had many different licenses in the past. I was a license king. I always enjoyed studying and getting licenses. A lot of them I never used them. But as an adjuster's license for crises, you get hurricanes, or if you get, flood station, I can go anywhere and use the adjuster's license. So right now, the adjusters, and you mentioned about that, okay? So with an adjuster's license, it works right now. But eventually, as AI technology get better, along with Google Earth, which can now see a home, it can actually see the home. Why do I need to send you out and pay you? I can see the roof from this view. And then I can use AI to take that picture and just go ahead and map out the dimensions. Then I can just look up the builder and see who built it within seconds through AI. I can look and see who the builder was, get the floor plan. I already know how many bedrooms, how many windows, how many floors and doors, and how many toilets you have. Why do I need to pay you?
Mm-hmm.
Why? See, nobody is going to be almost, let me say this, almost nobody is not going to come clean out of this. That's why this is dangerous. The war, I understand people talking about the war. I understand all that. That will at some point end. What we are dealing with that's coming our way, it is never going to end. They're accelerating it. And once they make their profits, think about this. And I'll say it like this, D. I used to be a landlord. I used to own multiple properties, condos, apartment buildings, homes. I used to rent them all out, Section 8 them, some of them. I know about all that. I used to do it. When a landlord raises his rent, does he ever go back and decrease his rent?
Nope.
Never. Never. So when these companies cut people loose from the workforce and they bring on AI to replace you, are those jobs ever in the future going to be available?
Mm-mm. Obsolete.
Okay, then. I rest. I wish I had a gavel. Case dismissed. See, this is my point. I'm thinking 2 years ahead, because this is happening so lightning fast. It's crazy. I'm thinking 2 years ahead, 3 years ahead, and God forbid, what is 10 years from now going to look like? What is the next
Yeah.
2 years going to look like? We got to make some decisions immediately. Nobody's safe. Nobody.
Yeah.
Where's the pot of money, though? Where's the pot of money? That's always going to be there and always have been there. We're looking at it right there. That was the pot of money. It's always going to be there. They're never going to take the market away. That's how the banks and institutions make a lot of their money, in the markets. So this is the one place where that money going to be. So whether you want to be the person on the side of trading plus earn extra, or if you just want to be the person who's earning extra, with this cheap stuff as a salesperson, which by the way, I've never sold anything. I never worked at a company who sold anything for 97 bucks. That may have been the starter price, but it was never the main package. Why? Because they couldn't afford to pay you off a $97 product. That's retail when you go into the store. When you worked on the industry on big ticket items like I did, medical supplies, and you're talking thousands of dollars. Now, why was they able to do that? They can inflate the price, and there was enough margin in that price to be able to pay their staff. But then if there was the sale went bad, they still took that from you too, called a chargeback. But they had plenty of money in their pocket. They had plenty of money. There was nobody selling $97 products that I worked at in a sales environment. You go to a retail store for sales for 97 bucks. But to pay what I'm paying out with no chargeback, no, it's not happening. Not going to happen. Anyway, brother, I'm sorry. Do you have any more other questions? I don't want to hold y'all all night.
No, you already you taught me something about the chat GBT with the thumbnails. I ain't even gotta use the bottom link. I could just create the one and share on Facebook and them and just take that link and I could just talk to chat GBT.
Yeah.
And you already laid it out, man. Because like I was saying, and people, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be quiet. People, if you listening, this package Uncle P doing, man, all that stuff, that's like over $2,000-$3,000.
Yeah, I know.
You better go ahead and pay a little $97 ain't nothing. You can go to the strip club. You can go to the you can go to the weed you can go to the dispensary and all that and spend that in a day. Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Invest. People, we gotta invest because I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna stop. Trump said he Iran hard in the next 2 or 3 weeks. By him saying that market is gonna keep going. It's already in a correction already. And by him saying it, it's really gonna be unbalanced.
Okay, I know what that means, man. See, if I was listening, because normally when he speaks, I actually do. And here's the point: people can't stand Trump. I can't stop being stupid. This is why you so far behind. You so caught up in your politics until you can't see what is going on. Because if it comes out of the mouth of a person who doesn't represent your clique, called your Democratic Party or your Republican Party, you don't want to hear it. I am non-biased. I don't care who you are. I want to hear your information because your information impacts me and Nancy. So I have 2 ears. I can listen to a Democrat and I can listen to a Republican. God gave me 2 ears. But people are so caught up in their politics until they don't want to hear nothing. If I was not in this meeting with you guys and he was talking, I would have had my eyes on this chart and I would have missed that trade. Because I don't give a crap whether I like them or don't like them. It don't matter. What happened is your mouth just made a lot of people a lot of money.
Yep. And this is the time to make the money. Like you said, Uncle P, this is the time to get your money. For real. You better get your money.
Get your bread. Get that fishing bread and keep it fed. Yeah. So I'm listening for your information, not because of who you are in your political parties. I don't care. Because your political party don't pay my bills. Your information falling from your lips could have just paid my bills.
Amen, brother.
Anyway, let me take these next hands. Brother. I love you, bro.
Right. You too. Love you too.
All right, bro. All right, let me get to Erica. Erica, go ahead and unmute.
Hey, Uncle P, it's been a while.
Hey.
How you doing? First of all, you ain't never lied. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've been in the IT industry for over 20 years. And recently we had lunch with our CIO back in January. And we talked about, because we are implementing AI in a lot of our apps. We are in the financial industry. So we built and developed a lot of applications in the financial industry for our corporate office. So just let y'all know that our IT division is here in Cincinnati, Ohio, but our corporate office is in South Carolina. So we had a lunch meeting, and I'm a straight shooter. So I'm just going to ask the question and put it out there. How's AI going to affect people's jobs within this company? One of the answers I received I almost gonna give a side eye, was it's going to help streamline the process of a lot of people's jobs. That was the answer that was given. Now, come on now.
What does that sound like? Streamline.
Well, it's gonna affect people's jobs, and they're gonna get rid of some jobs.
Erica, let me ask you this real plain. Whenever a company says we are streamlining, did that mean increase in pay? Did that mean increase in jobs? Did it mean job security? Or does that typically always mean job cuts?
It's gonna be some job cuts.
Come on now.
They try to keep it all like sweet and everything, but you read between the lines of what what they're saying.
The
Especially
moment,
in our corporate office down South Carolina, we have call centers and stuff like that. And I already know what that meant because we're implementing AI in a lot of our applications anyway. So it's going to cut a lot of jobs. So I already knew that was coming, no matter how sweet they try to put it. So it is real. Like I said, I've been in this industry for a long time. But Uncle Pete, one of the questions I had, you pretty much answered, and it was if all your indicators will be on TradingView, because I do trade since I trade in daytime and I don't use like MT5. I am a TradingView type of person because I'll trade Forex and I also trade futures. And I didn't know like the daily dot or whatever, would that ever be offered on TradingView?
let me think about it. Like I said, because
Okay.
listen to hear the logic. Not to say we're not, but we're
Okay.
creating fresh stuff. Okay, we're creating fresh things like for an example, you want to I know people talk about the daily dot. Watch this. Watch this. You watching my screen?
Yep.
Okay, watch this. Watch this. Click right here. This is a tool I've been using for years alongside the daily dot. So this is how I was able to detect here's the daily level, here's the 4 hour level, but what is the 1 hour level? This is the tool I was actually using the whole time. Watch this. See? See how I click to a different time frame?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. What does it say right here? 1 day.
1 day.
Click that. And now if I go to maybe the 4 hour time frame, what do you see? It's showing me the
Yeah.
daily levels.
Yep.
So do you need the daily dot? No,
No.
it already comes with it right here. It's just a different name and don't have the little circle, but this is adjustable. So you can add this a couple of times. So then when you do, you can add this and put one of them set at the daily level, one set at the 4 hour level, and one set at the 15-minute level. It's up to you.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
that's why I said we want to focus on this market because when you're trading in the futures market, I would beg to say, approximately as far as what my experience is from all the customers we've dealt with over the last several years, they're transitioning from Forex sometimes into the futures market. Okay, so follow the line. But again, I'm a person who not only look at what's going on today, but where's the trend heading in the next 3 to 5 years. So if that means that a lot of people like yourself do not trade in the MT5, which is what most people are being forced into, the MT5, which I love the MT4 better, but they're being forced into the MT5. Now they're moving out of the MT5 and they're going to the futures market, TradingView. If that is the case, and then they're going to be trading futures market, the futures market, again, the prop firms that most people are now using, almost, I don't know, it's only a cup full of people who I know use their own money in the futures market. In my personal experience, I'm not using real data, but in my personal experience over the last several years, 90% of the people who trade in the futures market are using prop firms. So if that is also the case, as a designer of trading systems, I know by rule that futures traders are not allowed to hold their trades past 5 p.m. Are you
Correct.
following the logic?
Yeah, yeah, that's correct. You can't.
Right. You can't. So why would I transfer these indicators that are built for day and swing trading, holding it for several days, into a system where you can't even hold it for a day by rule? It doesn't make sense. So should I spend, and I got to pay these guys. These guys are not free. Every system I build, I have to pay them, which is why the small little fee, we're taking some of that money, we're going to be donating it and giving some, tithing some away to different organizations who are suffering, who need water wells and stuff like that. That's where some of your money is going to go. And I'm not saying where, because I don't want one of the things, and I'm just a side note, don't I made a mistake and told people, hey, here's where we help them. And they got into their political feelings. And it was like, well, I don't want to do anything because you're supporting this organization. Listen, I'm trying to support these kids who ain't got who mouth is toe up. I'm trying to support them whose belly swole. Now, will some of these organizations do the wrong thing? God will judge them just like he'll judge you too. We don't always do the right thing. So miss me with that. But I know that many of them, they do help people, and we're trying to help the people who's going to be hurt. So that's what we're also doing. Now, another portion of that money has to go back into my coders and my coding team, which is all over the globe, because they're the ones. I come up with the designs, I come up with the things because they don't trade. So they take my concepts and then they put it into these codes, and they begin to develop these things. They send it to me. I test it. I say, no, I don't like it. Send it back. Do it again. Blah, 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 blah. That takes a lot of time. This is what's going on with several of the new ones that's coming out, which in fact, there's a new one that's going to be coming here on next week. It will be in your back office next week. So I have to pay these guys. Okay. So therefore, that's where the monthly revenue is coming in. It's helping me to pay them so that they can feed their families and continue to work for me to build out new trading systems. So that's the reason why we're going to constantly be building out new trading systems for TradingView
Gotcha.
versus the MT5. We got 11 systems on the MT5 already. That's more than enough, except for Trend Beast, which is coming out. But we want to build many of them to accommodate the different types of traders on TradingView. That costs money. It's not free. All these ones that y'all got, it costs me money out of my pocket. Okay. But the more moving forward, we're going to invest into these guys. They're really good at what they do, but a lot of them are in poor countries. I'm the person who feeds them. I'm the one who keeps the table. So that's where this money is going to go back in to help make sure they're eating good. And as long as they can provide it for their families, they work for me at all hours of the night just to make sure I'm happy. Because why? For some of them, I'm their only client.
Right.
And therefore, that's why we're going to build we're focusing most of our energy into building TradingView indicators for you guys. Put that in there and let that catch up to the 11 or something like that, which we already have on MT5, so that you have many, many different versions of trading systems, which you can, like you said, see, we already had two of them. I already have two of them right here. They're blended. You can add them together or whatever you want to do, but they'll be available to you guys. So whichever trading style fits you for the first time, instead of you going over here and buying this from him, testing it out, and you just paid him $300 or $400 for his system, only found out it didn't work for you. You ain't getting your money back. Then you go over here and you do this, and you did that for several years. We're going to just put it all unlimited. You have access to all of them, and you can play with it, toy with it, whichever one works for you. It don't matter. You don't have to worry about that no more. What if I just spent $500, which I have in the past, $500 for a trading system, only found out it didn't work for me? I'm out of $500. With this, you get unlimited. And if you don't like any of these 13 or 14 we currently have, we got more of them on the way, and it's not going to cost you a penny extra.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I've been there. I've
Yeah.
been bought plenty of systems.
That's exactly my point. That's yeah, we all have. We all have. In this business, we all have. That's why I said I'm doing something that has never been done. It hasn't been done.
I got another question for
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
So, you said that one license key will work on all systems.
All MT5s.
All
And
empty. Okay.
all right, so watch this and go through the tutorials. All this is covered in the tutorials. That's why I don't want people skipping. That's why those questions I'm trying to avoid, because I know if I give this answer too quick, then they're going to go right past all the tutorials, which got so much information in it. And it's going to answer everything step by step for everybody, what you need to send over to the license department to do this, that. If I say it right here, they're going to just, oh, that's all I do. And they're not never going to look at the tutorials. And then they skip through them. So I'd rather not answer that question. It's in the tutorials, but yeah. For the MT5s, but I'll say this real quickly. For the MT5s, yes, all you have to do is get your license key. It's going to work for all the trading systems once you install them at the same time. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I bought those training systems before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you
So
remember in the past you had to use a separate license key
yeah.
for this and that. No, not this time, sis. We even invested in a new licensing system specifically for this project. Cost me a lot of money to get it built out. That's what took a lot of time. I had to find another company and deal with them and work with them. So that cost me a lot of money. And I invested a lot of money into that. But we made it so that the licensing department, they can just select apply to all, and it will apply to all NT5 indicators. So once they do send your license key, you can use it on two accounts at any given time. And if for whatever reason the broker doesn't work no more, whatever you want to switch, just email the license department, say, hey, I want to change out this account. They just take it out and you just use the same license key and you're good to go again. You don't have to keep license keys.
It's a
But
beautiful thing, Uncle P
I
and Erica.
know you're happy, Donna.
for TradingView, so that's only one TradingView account, right?
Yeah,
For
so
the
in TradingView,
yeah.
go through the tutorial. I want to say it over.
Yeah, I guess because maybe I could just email you guys because my son's getting ready to graduate from high school.
Yeah.
And he's interested in trading because he's been watching me.
Cool.
So I want to get him started as soon as he's done. I want him to focus the rest of this semester out. And that's the reason why I asked that question
No,
about
that's fine.
trading
I
view
get
stuff like that. Because
if it was just me and you, sis, I'll answer that question in a heartbeat. But I know that, a lot of people are going to hear my answer. And then what's going to happen, and me and Donna, we really was working hard on this. What's going to happen, that's why I'm very kind of guarded on what I say, is because I know how people are. They're going to take what I say, bypass the tutorials, and then send us 20 emails asking us questions. And then they're going to get an attitude with us. Donna, we've been through that many times, haven't we?
I'm sitting here laughing.
Yeah, I know you are, Donna.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: you get an attitude with me over something I clearly covered in the tutorials, but you didn't want to watch the tutorials, but you had took the time. You would take 3, 4, a whole one. We have, sis, I promise you, Erica, I ain't lying. We got people who will email us back and forth, getting angry for a whole week. You can spend a whole week, 30 emails going back and forth with me, but you can take the few minutes to watch the tutorial to get the answer.
Oh yeah.
That's because they got short attention spans and they don't want to learn.
That's my point. That's what. Look, just leave. I don't care. Just
research.
Leave. This is listen. You only might be. This is $97. If that, it's not worth your foolishness. So if this is what attitude you're going to bring, I'm already giving something away that I should be charging 4 or 5 times the amount. I know companies who will never charge this. They will never do this. They see their stuff as way more valuable. In fact, y'all want to hear the truth? Okay, here's the truth. Here's the real truth. I ain't said this, but I'm gonna tell the truth. I had a meeting with this guy. He's a speaker. Okay, he speaks. He's a speaker. On ClickFunnels, he earned $1 million award. One of those. They give plaques away on ClickFunnels, and so on ClickFunnels, once you reach your first million in sales, they actually give you a plaque. And he took the picture with Richard Brunson, who created ClickFunnels. Me and him had a one-on-one meeting, and I showed him this. Do you know what he told me? Y'all want to know? Here's the truth. This man said, okay, you know what? I wouldn't mind partnering with. See, he saw the value right away. But you know what he told me? He said, you know what? Here, if I work with you, I want to have this amount of portion stake in the business, and then we're going to start, putting you on speaking stages, and you're going to speak about this, and then we're going to charge at least $1,000 for this and that, or $2,000. See, he's a high ticket person, and I could have easily done that. He saw the value instantly. I had this meeting about 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah. With Israel. The guy's name is Israel. He instantly saw it. He said, I already know the people we're gonna work with and this and that. He was kind of like a Shark Tank kind of guy. Okay. I thought it over and I prayed about it. And I kept telling him, I said, but sir, you're missing it, bro. I said, you're missing it. I am not trying to cater to the wealthy people. They already have money. I know they can pay me $2,000 or $3,000. I know they could easily. It's nothing to them. I said, but I'm not trying to cater to their market. I said, the people I'm trying to reach, and I kept repeating to him, I said, sir, I'm trying to reach people in the poor countries and people who can't afford things because they're going to go through a crisis. And each time we talked, he heard none of that. He just kept seeing dollar signs for thousands and thousands. I could have kept my mouth shut, to be honest with you guys. And if this doesn't work out, I might hit him back up because I know I can become a millionaire working with him off of this. Because he laid out the plan. He told me exactly how we could do it. It would be catering to not people who's losing money. It'd be more catered to people who have a lot of money, and I can make a lot of money. So if this don't work and I don't feel like people appreciate what I'm doing, I might go back and deal with them. But I didn't want to. And I prayed about it, and I thought about it, and I talked to Nancy about it, and we squabbled, we didn't squabble, but I squabbled in my mind about it And then I kept praying about it, kept praying about it. And the next day I just gave an answer. No, I think I'm going to go in a different direction. And here we are. So could I have done this for a lot more money? Absolutely, all day long. Because people who invest, big money people, they see the vision. I don't have to even do a slideshow. Me and him talking, I sent him my website and he said, "Oh yeah, I already know what we can do." I didn't have to do no slideshow presentation sales pitch. People with money, they know. But I want to work and help other people. And so that's why I'm making it this cheap. That's why. And like I said, all future trading systems, you don't pay a penny. It's part of your membership, just like Netflix. I just want to help. We'll see how this goes.
Well, y'all better get in.
Yeah. So anyway, sis, let me get to these last few hands because
Okay.
Yeah. Good talking to you, sis.
You too.
Uncle,
Hearing your voice.
Uncle,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry. Just there was a one in the chat, and I've seen this question asked a few times.
Sure.
Is the affiliate residual?
No, it's a one-time thing because again, we don't. When they do residuals, let me explain that. Good, very good question, you guys. All right, here's what residuals mean. How they pay you residuals because they didn't pay you your full commission up front in the first place. Get what I'm saying? They trickled you out your payment. So residuals sound good only if you pay me my full money up front and then you pay me residuals. Most of them nowadays, they're paying you out in portions. So for an example, in the life insurance business, you make a sale for $1,000, they pay you $250. And then if that person's still paying their monthly premium to the insurance company, they'll pay you the next portion and the next portion. And then after about a year, if this person is still on board and still paying their premium, then they'll pay you about 1 to 2% of that person's monthly payment. And then that's your residual. That's how the residuals work, which means a whole year from now, that person still have to be paying on their policy. If that person cancels their policy before that year or whatever, then even though you made that sale a year ago and was hoping to build up your residuals, you're not going to get that money. So for me, I'm going to pay you everything up front, no chargebacks, and that's how we keep it straight and forward. I'm not going to trickle it out. If I trickled it out, yeah, I can tell you, oh, I'm paying you residuals. I'm paying you residuals. No, actually, I'm not. I'm just paying you what was owed just over time. And it seems like residual, but it ain't. That makes sense, everybody? Remember, I've been in sales for over 25 years. I work for some of the largest companies on the planet. I hold many different licenses in many different fields, real estate, adjusters, health and life insurance, and other things before. I'm even a certified life coach, have my certification in that. I have many licenses. I know how these things work. I've been doing business with them. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to make it straightforward. You get your money up front every Friday. You get paid every Friday. You can check your back office and whatever you've got, that's what you get. And we keep it moving. All right. Hopefully that answered to people's questions.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you. All right, let me get to Reg. Thank you, Donna, for helping me with that. I didn't see that. All right, Reg.
How you doing, Uncle P?
What up, bro? Good to hear your voice, man.
You too. You as well. Good to see you.
Good to see you
Good to
too.
see you. Nice background you got there.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Nice to hear some of my old friends.
Yeah.
Derek Smart,
Yeah.
Kenyon, Miss Liz.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? Well, thank you for the website. Thank you for the video. Good news. This is actually going to replace what I've been doing the past few months. So
Wow.
I'm on board.
Praise God. Wow.
I'm on board. I'm on board. The only question I have is because I really don't use MT5 because I'm already comfortable with MT4. Like, is the MT5 just a better trading system from a performance standpoint or something?
No, I'm not a fan of the MT5 at all. The reason why we even started this project over a year ago, I'm sorry, Reg, is because how tough is it for you to find a broker who offers the MT4 now? You see what I
Well,
mean?
it's tough to honestly, it's tough to find a broker, period.
Yeah, it
Because I'm
really
kind of
is.
fortunate.
But what they
I'm
did was
fortunate.
they started phasing out There's only a handful of brokers still using the MT4 platform. Most of them are forcing everybody to the MT5, including prop firms. So I've been in the prop firm, checking out prop firms for a long time. So even if you do find a prop firm that uses MetaTrader, hardly none of them offering the MT4 anymore. And I was telling Nancy how I really am disappointed about that, because I love the MT4 better than MT5. We tried to
Yeah,
code
because
everything to. Mhm.
yeah, because that's all I've been using is MT4,
Yep.
and I mean, I'm still a little thinking. I'm still thinking about it. I mean, it's a great opportunity, but it's just something about just making the transition when nothing's wrong. So
Yeah,
for
I
me,
understand that.
for me, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to know. I mean, what the difference was, because another issue I'm having is that it's still even with my laptop, it's still slowing my laptop down, and I'm already going to have to go buy another one. According to what I saw at the computer store, they're like, "Yo, this is old. You need to upgrade your equipment." And I kind of my mindset was, okay, MT4 and MT5, MT5, which is probably quicker, more efficient, which probably could slow my laptop down even more. So that was my mindset. So that's
But
what I
let me
really
say
wanted
this
to
to you though. Now, the one thing I do like that they did correctly, the MT5 mobile version is freaking amazing. It's really nice. I mean, that was a good upgrade. Now, I don't know why the desktop version they didn't do that, but the mobile version, yeah, I love it. That was a good upgrade. You can move the charts around just like TradingView and all that kind of stuff. You can. But here's the point. Here's the point, little brother. Notice what we're talking about. Your laptop, you're being forced to have to transition on the escalator of life. You don't want to, but you got to. MT4, my favorite, your favorite. But what's actually going on in the marketplace? We're being forced to make a change because the escalator of life is moving forward in a different, what do they say all the time? I'm sorry, we're moving in a what? Different
direction.
direction. Eventually, the MT4 is going to be gone. That's why we're doing this in advance,
Okay.
because barely any broker is offering the MT4. And therefore, if barely any broker is going to be having the MT4, what's the point of them constantly putting resources into something that nobody is allowing anymore? So eventually, everybody is going to have to hop on the escalator of life. That's why I started this message about the escalator of life. We are being forced into things we don't like, but you don't have a choice. Either you adapt or you die. You're going to be left behind. So this is why we started this project a whole year ago. I actually didn't have to take a whole year with this. You know why it took a year? Because I'm feeling the same way you did. I was resisting. I can't stand it. Man, I don't want this change. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at all these brokers. I tried to open broker account. Nope, 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 nope. We don't use that platform. We don't use it. And then it's just like, okay, bro, how long is it going to take you to adapt? The escalator is moving. You clearly see it. So before you're forced out the door and you have absolutely nothing in place, wouldn't it be smarter for you to just go ahead and transition and build these out so that it doesn't matter? You're already prepared for the transition. You already got it. Because think about it. What if they were to uh, turn the lights out on the MT4 tomorrow? Which means all indicators, all trading systems, that means everything I've been doing since 2018 will be overnight wiped out, gone, when I could have built it out for their new platform that I don't like. I'm not a fan of it, but this is where it is. And I could have did what I needed to do to move things over to this new one. And that's why we did it, little brother.
Okay. Well, looks like I got some work to do. I'm gonna have to have some downloading to do.
Yeah, well, like I said,
So
it's just up to you. And again, the the deal is make sure to check your when you're dealing with the MT4 MT5, check your history. They give you up to like 500,000 candles to look back in your trade history and all. Cut that number down. And then also once a month, you might want to go into your history folder and start
okay.
clearing old trades, because it's still, every trade you take is kept on record in the history folder of your trades.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I remember that because yeah, One of my friends who signed me up with Super Easy told me about that. You got to clear that cache out and make sure computer go faster. Because trust me, man,
There you go.
having all those indicators at once slowed my computer down. I was doing what Sexy Analyst and Ocean Wave and Daily Dot and Simplicity, and plus that whole cache was all back there, and it
Yeah,
it was it
you
was
got it.
awful, man. So
You
yeah,
got it. You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
definitely get on that. So,
All right,
but
little
yeah,
brother. I appreciate
I
man.
appreciate it.
All right, got you,
Thank you
brother.
so much.
Yes, sir. All right, let me get to this next hand. We got two more. All right, let's get to Kim. Kim, go ahead and unmute. Hi, Kim. Kim, are you there? Okay. I'm gonna still take your question if possible. So I'm not gonna just go ahead and unmute yourself and just let me know and just make a sound when you're ready. Let me get to this person.
No, okay.
Oh, Kim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. Good. Yep. I got you.
All right, cool. Okay. Yeah, talk about somebody needing a new computer. So I just had a couple questions. So it's been a
Yeah.
little while for me. I realized when I was with you last, I really didn't know a whole heck of a lot about trading, and makes it a whole lot easier if you make sure that you learn the basics.
Yep.
So my question is, I know that you used to do these morning meetings. Do you still do those?
No, I stopped. I've done it for so many years, sis, and I just got burnt out, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. And one other question regarding these indicators, do they have alerts?
Yes, a lot of them do. They do. And like I said, some of them have alerts. Almost all of them have alerts, but some of them also have scanners. That's all included. You don't pay anything extra for that. That's all included. And when you go through the tutorials, each system has their own step-by-step tutorial. So we did that on purpose to make sure, which by the way, also guys, we also compiled a PDF in there of all the brokers who are still accepting US clients and also prop firms that are accepting US clients and using the MT5. So that PDF is in your folder as well. We went and did that and compiled that list for you, so that you don't have to wonder, well, what broker are still doing this, that, and the third. We've compiled a list for you guys to research. But going back to your question, yes, sis, a lot of them have alerts and a lot of them have scanners that's already in your back office. So as you're going through each one of the trading systems and going through the tutorials, you'll see which ones have, they all have pretty much alerts. All of them have pretty much alerts, all of them. But then some of them have scanners and you'll see which ones have scanner and how to install those as well.
Okay. And one last thing.
Mhm.
So these are primarily scalping systems, but you said they
No,
will.
no, let me clarify. So for
Okay.
trading view, yes, because
Okay.
trading view by nature is more of a scalper's market because of the kind of prop firms that people use in the futures market. Futures,
I,
I always think of it like this: is futures and prop firms are now almost hand in hand. Almost nobody's using their own money in the futures market. Almost everybody's using prop firms, even in the Forex market as well, but more so in the futures market. And it's since you're scalping or you're just in and out day trading a couple hours, therefore those are built for faster trading. But on the MT5, those are built for fast or slow trading.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay,
Thank
that
you.
makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Which is why we're going to be pouring resources. You're going to see a lot more TradingView systems, and once each one come out every few months, we're going to be dropping a new system every few months. Once we do, guys, just we'll let you know. You just check your back office, you download it instantly. You have access, instant access. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Let me get to this last hand. And Donna, is there anybody left in the chat that I need to get to? I'm not looking at the chat.
No, I've been answering what I could, so I think
Okay.
we're all caught up.
Okay, good. All right, and let me get this last hand. And I don't want to say your name wrong. I think it's Idiata. Did I say it right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Cool.
So,
Oh,
Uncle
I'm
P,
cool.
mine is more of a comment and a
Sure.
testimony.
Okay.
Uh, I've been with you since 2018. I'm from Nigeria, just to get that out of the way.
Yeah, man.
Since 2018, right back from the Uncle Papi system. Uncle
Oh
P,
man, yeah, you way back in the back. You,
till
yeah,
today, that is the only system I use, and it is based off of the Super Easy SR and the Big Arrow. That's all I use.
yeah, man.
I want to
Okay.
share a testimony for the unbelievers. I used to be jobless back in Nigeria. Today, I am a millionaire, a dollar millionaire from trading just the Papi system on the 4 hour. That's all I do.
Yeah,
Nothing more, nothing less. You've released several systems after then. I've tried the simplicity. I didn't really like it. I just preferred
yeah, yeah,
Papi system. And now here comes my fear, which you just addressed anyway.
yeah.
What if MT4 goes away? What am I going to do? And then Uncle Papi brings out super easy dots on TradingView. What a time for me to be alive. The US stock market hasn't seen anything yet. I can't express how much I feel. Do you know, I had a plan. I said I'm quite shy and a bit humble. I was gonna reach out to you at some point. I don't know when that was gonna be, but I was gonna reach out to you to say, who coded the super easy SR dots for you? I need to know them so I could interact with them directly and get them to code it for me on TradingView. And then
Mhm.
you've done all of this work and you're giving out for free. God bless you. God bless
It's
you.
already here, brother.
Uncle P, I've been around, I've shopped around different mentors all over the YouTube, and like every time I still find myself, back like 3 4 years ago, I still find myself coming back to the Uncle P system because every other system kind of rhymes and aligns with it. So like, why shopping? Why do I keep shopping around? I committed to the Uncle Papi system and like put all my time, sleepless nights, and I got it. Today, I am a millionaire by the special grace of God, and with your help, you are God sent. I really thank you for all you've done for the Super Easy family. I can't thank you enough. I'm almost shedding tears
Brother,
thinking about
you know what, brother? I was just about to, you know what? I was just about to turn my head because you about to have me in tears.
so it's been a blessing.
Wow.
It's been a blessing. Like I don't know where I'd have been if I didn't come across you on YouTube back sometime in 2017 or 2018. But God bless you. And to the unbelievers, yeah, you might pick up this indicator and think it's, oh yeah, just start trading. But if you put your time to it and see how it works, my dear, the sky is your limit. You don't Uncle Pete just creates systems to align with different people's um um personality. Super easy SR dots are for my personality. I don't know what else works out there for any other person, but for me, this is the only thing I use to become a millionaire. Thank you once again, Uncle P.
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
out. Yeah.
Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. That's amazing. Wow.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, that really touched me, man.
Yeah.
How way to end a meeting, huh?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Well, anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say after that moment. Oh yeah, I know. Anyway, okay, guys. So if that was able to help him with just one indicator, you got 11 trading systems and a 12th of them on its way to the MT5. And then we already have two trading systems already on TradingView. The third one should be out by next week. So you'll be, for those who did sign up, you'll be contacted when that one is ready. My coder said he was 90% finished, but then, like I said, this is why we have to do it the way we're doing it, because when I looked at everything, he sent me the screenshots and I looked at it, I said, yeah, that's not exactly what I'm looking for. And so he went back and I said, no, we needed to do X, Y, Z. He said, oh, okay, I got that. So it's still 90% finished, but with the tweaks, I've sent it back. So by the time the tweaks and everything is done, to be honest with you guys, it'll probably be ready this week, but I'm just making sure not to under I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I rather just give myself and my team enough time not to back ourselves into the corner. Nobody's in a rush anyway. You guys got unlimited use, unlimited access to all these things. So just give me to next week, and then the parallel universe will be in your back office for TradingView, and you'll have that as well. And then every few months, we're going to be releasing more and more and more trading systems. Okay. All right. Again, guys, thank you for your time. I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Unless there's any other questions, let me see if there's one more hand. If there are any more hands, anybody else, real quick. If not, I'll let you guys go so I can have dinner. Going once. Going, oh, there we go. Hold on, that's Kim. Okay, Kim. Ray. Okay, let me get to Ray real quick. I just don't want to leave anybody behind. Just to make sure you have. I'm answering questions. Okay, go ahead, Ray. You can unmute.
Hey, hi, Uncle P.
All right, how are you?
I'm good. I'm okay.
Good.
I mean, I've been following you for a while as well. I've been on the Supercats and everything. But I heard Mijata's testimony was quite powerful. So I don't know if he was able to, I mean, teach people how he did it. I was trying to see if he could also like, I mean, he's been with you for a while, so a lot of people also struggle with the systems. And I mean, if he could able to, I mean, give us a kind of I don't know, maybe pointers or help or something. It would really be nice to connect with someone who's been successful, because a lot of us are still struggling with the financial market. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And here's the thing. With that being said, guys, I had gotten beat up and criticized badly. Well, why are you creating all these trading systems? Well, did you just hear that testimony? Some things are going to be good fit for one person. You'll find that one nugget, and then you'll just ride it into the sunset. But then that will not be the one that works for everybody. And I have been saying this for years. I can be in a room with 20 people who's wearing a pair of glasses, but is all 20 people having the same prescription? No. All 20 people are typically going to have a separate prescription. All of them are wearing glasses, but they are not seeing the world the same. Their eyes are seeing it through different ways. That's why they have all these different prescriptions. So I build trading systems and variations because you got millions of people trading all over the planet, and millions of people can look at the same exact chart and not see a thing like the other person did. And therefore, if I can build it and you find the one that fits for you, you can ride into the sunset just like him, happy because you finally found something. But if you have to keep paying $200, $300, $400, $500 per trading system, how long will it take you to find the one that fits you before you're out of money? This has been going on for years. And to be honest with you, I'm part of the problem. I was selling mines individually.
Yeah.
But I was being paid fairly, which actually, even with my price, I was still being underpaid, but I just wanted to make it affordable. But this way, I said I can give everything all at one time and continue to keep creating without charging an extra penny. Now, again, in the future, as we're building out and adding more and more and more and more and more and more value, yeah, I may bump this price up to $149 a month or $199 a month for newcomers, not for the people who sign up today, but for new people. Those who sign up today, your price never goes up. But in the future, I'm keep adding value. Why wouldn't I? Because this is even at $200 a month, it's still cheap. All you take is one trade. This one trade you're looking at on the charts would have paid for $200 a month. So, I don't know. But the point is that once you find that one, you good. You don't need 20 systems, but you don't know which one. And let me ask you a question, brother. Have you bought multiple trading systems in the past? Ray? Did I lose Ray? Hold on. Ray, go ahead and unmute.
Yes, I have a couple. I've done that a couple.
Yeah, we all have. That's the point. That's the point. You didn't get a chance to test and play around with this and that and just have unlimited use. We didn't. I didn't. I can say me at least. And I've been through thousands of trading systems and thousands of EAs and yeah, I lost untold amounts of money just on purchasing trading systems only to find out they didn't fit me. And I can't really say they didn't work. They just didn't work for me. And as you can see, this brother finally, after all these things, he tried multiple things, but he found the one, and that one took him to where he needed to be. So this is what I'm going to do for everybody. They're good, brother? Okay, I think I missed them. All right, let me get to Robert. Robert, go ahead and unmute. And yeah, let's thank Donna because she's the silent partner behind the scenes. I have a whole team of people behind the scenes, but Donna is the main person. She's the main superstar behind the scenes. So, big ups for Donna, And by the way, let me say this. I know a lot of people left already, but let me say this. Because of all the hundreds of emails that came through instantly because of tonight, please be patient. It may take us a day or two to get to everybody. So just be patient. Once we get to everybody, then there's a slowdown and we'll be a lot more quicker to the emails. But in the meantime, please give grace, give grace, give grace. Okay. All right. Robert, you're the last person. Go ahead and unmute.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah, brother.
Actually, I was just curious if the what is it, the sexy analyst, if
Mhm.
that was going to be available on the MT4 or Trading View or MT5, excuse me.
Yeah, like I said, just going in your back office is already there.
Very nice. All right,
Yeah,
super
I told
excited.
you everything is there, brother. Everything is there. There's nothing I left out. All of these, I just put them. I gave you. It took. That's why also when I finally got out of my feelings and decided to do what needed to be done. Let me show you this so everybody's clear. All right, let me move this out the way. Move this out the way. All right. So what you're going to do? Remember, go to tutorials and downloads. Once you sign up, this is what it's going to look like. You go through each one of these. This is the other lesson where I just played you guys me taking that live trade. So let's mark that as completed. Okay, we're going to mark it as complete. And now I can go to the next lesson. Let's go back to course. And now I should be, yep. And now see all these check boxes. Now I can go to the systems. Now you're going to click here. And as you can see, here we go. Simplicity. And now let me be very clear. I don't want no anal person. I thought you said it's 11 systems. So back your breath up. Back your breath up. Don't contact me with no foolishness. Don't contact Donna. What we did was on the home page of the website, we individualized them so you can see each individual one. But once you log in, some of them were compatible, which we used to sell individually, but since they work, you get all of them. So for an example, Simplicity and Simplicity Scanner is now in one folder. Ocean Wave and its scanner is now combined in here. So that's 4 systems already. Okay, not 2 tabs, 4 systems. Sex Analyst and the support and resistance trendline scanner and the supply and demand, the trendline scanner and the support and resistance scanner. All 3 of those are in this download. So you're just going to click on here and look, it's going to take you directly to the download page. Okay. See, and everything's already in there, including the brokers, how to find some brokers for the MT5. So that's 3 systems. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's your daily dot. Here's your 2 easy system. This one is going to be, and I got to update this and make sure to say coming soon. It's not there yet, but when it does, you'll be there. So then you have all of these for the MT5. Okay. Now for Trading View, I'm sorry. Ooh, you know what? I got to switch this out. I got this because we do have this one this is not for Trading View. I got to switch out. Let me make a note of myself. This symbol changer, that's actually for the MT5 as well. Because for many years I was teaching my live classes, brother, and people are always asking me for the symbol changer. Now that's part of your system, and that's for the MT5. So let me do that one. And then Trend Beast, make a note to do these updates. I can do this tonight. Trend Beast coming soon. Okay. So that's that. Now, so this one is an MT5 one, so I'll switch this out and just, and that'll be for the MT5. Then this one is going to be, and I got to switch this out as well. Golly, we've been working tirelessly, and I made some mistakes, me and my team. Parallel universe. I got to change the picture. Parallel, change, pick. And I'll change all this as soon as we get done. Change, pick. Okay, number 4. So that one is going to be coming soon, the parallel universe. Oh, I already have it down here. Did it twice. Duh, I got to fix that. Anyway, this is going to be for Trading View. This one is for Trading View, which you saw. And then the main indicator where I played that video for you guys, that's this one, which is also for Trading View. And these are available. So 2 of
That
them
one's fire.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying.
Dollar, thank you. Girl, I'm telling you, because I built something, and here's the reason why I built that one. I built something that I personally needed. And so I'm not just randomly, you know, I'm building things that I would personally need myself of value. And then I build it because if I can't find it and I need it, then I know other people are looking for it and need it. So you guys who have this membership, and by the way, that indicator, I've seen so many people looking for it and we have it. They don't. So if they don't get the membership, they don't have it. But we have it. Okay. So that's in there. This is a trading view indicator. This one is the trading view indicator, which you saw me using. And this one is going to be coming soon. Okay. So I'll make the corrections on the back office, but all of these are available. All you have to do is click right here to download all the MT5s. How to get the trading view indicators, you don't only have to download them. They'll be sent to you. So go through the tutorial and it'll be shown what to do. Okay. All right. Let me get to C forward. Hi. Forward. You on mute? Going once. Let me go ahead and unmute. I got you. Let me check the chat. If you want to, go ahead and type in the chat. Nobody else type, please. And thank you everyone who came out. Uh, no, these are not part of the copycat. No, copycat is its own thing. That's where if you don't feel like trading at all. So for an example, if you just want to be an affiliate for this program, but you want to have somebody else trade for you, then I suggest do the copycat. Now, I'm gonna be very transparent and very honest with you guys. Integrity. The ones that I would choose if I was to use the copier right now with this market is going to be the Forex Trader, the indice copier, and the oil and silver. Do not go with gold. Not trading that very much because gold has been in consolidation. Then it will break out real hard. Then it'll go back and consolidate. It's very, very tough market to trade gold because gold is highly sensitive to every little move in that goes on with news in the market. It is a very, very sensitive instrument, very, very sensitive. So it's too jumpy for me right now. So we're not doing a lot of trading. We're still doing trades on it, but not as much as people would probably like. So I would suggest the other three if you're going to jump in. Now, if you're okay, like some people, they have the combo pack. So they do the Forex trade copier and then with gold. So what happens is we take maybe one or two, maybe three trades a week on gold because of all this war and all this kind of stuff. But then it's also constant flow of trades coming into their account from the Forex copier or the indice copier or whatsoever else. So it balances everything out. So if you're doing the combo pack, then do it. But if you're just solely looking for one single a la carte item, gold would be the last one on the list. I would choose the others. And that's just being honest and transparent. Okay. Perfect. I got you. Thank you, D. All right. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day on this meeting. Uh, if you have questions now, super easy simplicity, super easy simplicity at gmail.com. That's for your license keys, and that's for, to get your license and access to trading view and all that kind of stuff. If you have just questions, just basic questions, then you want to send an email. Let me pull that up real quick for you, because I don't want the license department to get bombarded with, just regular questions that I can answer. Okay, so let me show you how to contact and email me. Now, give me grace. We've been on this thing a long time, so it will be tomorrow when I respond, because I'm finna go hang out with Nancy. But here's the email, super easy, forex@gmail.com. By the way, one last thing, and this happened too. It's to a lot of you guys haven't had this experience, okay? A lot of you haven't had this experience. Let me say this before you go. For you to sit in a room and this multimillionaire is sitting there saying, okay, hey, so what did you think? What questions you got for me? You know, um, we're interested in bringing you on board to work with us. Okay. And this man is sitting in at least a, $2,000 or $3,000 suit, something you've never seen before, but just crazy. That suit was so clean. I didn't like his shoes, but whatever. Because he had like a $2,000 or $3,000 suit with some regular tennis shoes on. That didn't make no sense to me, but whatever. But go rolling on the risk, and he personally want to talk to me about what I thought. Want to bring me back on Friday, this Friday. Hey man, why don't you come on back so we can, and they text me, hey, we're looking forward to seeing you come back. We want to talk and see if this is a good fit. See if this is something that will align with what you want. Let me be very honest with you guys, and baby, I ain't saying nothing to you. But I sent them. Let me show you guys this because this is some crap. Somewhere at some point, I got to draw the line. Okay. Okay, hold on. I want to find. I'm gonna send you guys, and they copped two people on this text. I say, hey, Namie, I thought for hours about this opportunity. My conclusion after hearing what AJ will require is that I would have to marry the job to ensure he's happy with my performance and make my family, to whom I'm doing all this for, my side piece. Now, remind you, this is an avenue for me to become, let me say it in a different way. This is another avenue to where if I had just walked away from trading, period, walked away from all of this and just worked with these people within a year or two, I'll be a multimillionaire. Did you hear what I said? It won't take me long because I'm working with the best of the best of the best. Okay. Best of the best of the best. And here's what I said. I sent this morning. There doesn't appear to be an option for work-life balance without looking over my shoulder for fear of being cut loose because you're not at work most of the time, which by the way, I haven't worked for somebody in years like that. So, but if you're offering me a job where I can, in this type of economy with all the AI stuff going on that I explained to you guys, and you still want me to work with you for your company, then you're going to be paying me a boatload of money to do it. And I still said no. I said no. You're typically going to have to, I've been a multimillionaire before, I know what it takes. And here's what I told him. I said, you're typically going to have to unfairly choose between making a lot of money, but losing your family, or trying to keep everything balanced, but knowing you're eventually not meeting the expectations of the company, which this is a multi-billion-dollar company. This is this morning. I just sent it this morning. In fact, it's tagged, and baby, you can see that time. 5:54 a.m. This was while she was asleep. She didn't know I even said I was up. So I haven't slept in hours. You don't turn down a multi-million-dollar deal and sleep in peace. And then with this system, I just turned down another person who could have made me wealthy because he saw what I'm offering, but he was thinking $1,000 or more per a pop. And I said no to him. I got to be the biggest fool on this planet. I really do. Let me finish sharing. 5:54. See, right there. I am a affordable multimillionaire. I know it takes a lot of time and effort, but your family should never feel like they are an obstacle to your success when it's for them you're supposed to be doing all this for. This is what I said at 4 5. Mom, you didn't even know I did this, did you? See, she didn't know. She was asleep. And I was laying in the same bed next to her at 5:54 a.m. And this is what I sent. This decision is very heartbreaking because I know I would have crushed it and easily went back to my millionaire status, but at what expense? Anyway, I'm rambling now. My apologies. By the way, my goodness, that suit AJ had on was fire. And I would have loved working with Bree, who was the lady who I met with after this guy. After I met with AJ, AJ wanted me, he sent me to go talk to Bree. Bree was a wonderful lady. Wonderful, wonderful, kind lady. Very nice. She was so excited. I was telling her my objections, and she was finding a way. She was trying to find a way to bring me on board. And then she said, well, what if you just come back on this Friday? We have a big meeting on Friday at 2 p.m. I actually told them, yeah, I'll be there at 2 p.m. And I woke up this morning and I would have loved working for Bree. She was amazing. And I just said, have a blessed rest of your week. And that was that. That was 5:54 this morning. I'm constantly turning down big deals. I got to be a fool. I got to be a fool. If I think about it in money terms, yes, I'm a doggone, dang on idiot. You don't get several back to back in different variation deals and opportunities in this environment to make millions. And you still say no. You say no. I would have had to live at that place. And here I am meeting with you guys. Guess who's sitting right here behind me in my office chair? My best friend. So then I'm forced to have to make a decision. Do I make millions of dollars? And we can, in this economy, with AI taking over all the jobs, and yet I can make a boatload of money and put myself right back where I was easily. Or do I stand my ground and trust God? Which one do you do? Which one do you do? And all of these just happened over the last 2 or 3 weeks. 2 back-to-back wealth opportunities in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Well, I'll say in the last month, 2 of them. I still said, no, it's not a good fit. I just know what it's going to take. I've been there before. I know what it's going to take. And here's the deal. And I'll say this in close. It's going to cost me my soul. Because they're going to require draining every bit that I have for the company in exchange for money. And I'm going to have nothing left for my family. Even when I sleep, those type of hustles, you're going to make a boatload of money. That's like working on Wall Street. They cannot think other than money. Everything is centered around money. They used to be a human being, but when you hit that kind of level of hustle to make that kind of money, it comes at a price. And I've already taken Nancy to many places around the world on trips and all this stuff. So that doesn't impress me. And he was showing me, yeah, the company, they were going to pay for this retreats. They're going to pay for this and that. And I'm saying in my head, I already done all that. I know I need money to pay bills. I get that. But at what expense is this going to cost me and Nancy's time together? Because all I want to do is do this for Nancy. I love my world. I love my girl.
Love you too.
I'm not going to be around for nobody. And I'm not going to even enjoy life. I'm going to have a lot of money and she'll be able to spend it on her own, but we won't be able to be together. Not for this. The other guy, he was too money hungry. He didn't even want to see the vision of how I was trying to help people who couldn't afford it. All he knew was the deep pockets that he could do. And like I said, he has a plaque. If I told you who he was, you can go on the internet and look him right up. He's a global speaker. He speaks all over the world. He has a plaque showing his first $1 million that he made through ClickFunnels. Those who know ClickFunnels with Russell Brunson, he's right there standing with Russell Brunson with this. So I know he had the access. I know that would have been an avenue. And we wouldn't even be sitting there talking with the same exact Easy MT5. He saw the website. He said, yeah, we're going to do this with this. He went to the same website and he saw $1,000 or more pop. So I said, well, okay. Got to do what's right. All right. Anyway, that's just a lesson of integrity. Trust God, trust God, trust God. Okay. Yeah, super easy simplicity at gmail.com. Okay. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good one. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for letting me talk and share my heart with you guys. And I hope that this system, whether you do the trading side, or whether you do the affiliate side, or whether you do both, I hope that we can work very well together and get out of this crisis while we have the time to do so. Okay. Peace and hair grease. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Love y'all. Bye.